What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Tretowithoutaradio. I'm your host, Treto. You already know. We got Renee from the other day.
I was checking the levels. I wasn't ready.
See?
We're fucking up all over the place, man.
And today we have a special guest with us, Fabian. What's up, Fabian?
How's it going, guys? How's it going?
Thanks for joining us, man. This is awesome.
Oh, no worries. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah.
So here, let's continue that conversation that we were just having.
The conversation about this podcast being for people who listen to 106 in Park and switch over to TRL right after school.
Yeah.
Damn. So you can compare. Do you compare the countdown on both of them?
Yeah, dude. Because sometimes like 106 in Park wouldn't play like I don't know who was relevant, Christina Aguilera. So you gotta
So you gotta switch it.
Yeah. So if you want to look at her all hot, like you gotta like go to MTV.
Never really thought she was that hot.
Also, what's up with like MTV2, like MTV3, and like are
MTV
those still
Jams.
relevant? Like are those?
As far as I don't know.
Huh.
I mean, honestly, if you could be real, not even about music anymore. Because,
Oh.
I mean, if you are trying to see music, you could just jump on YouTube and
That's true.
set
That's
it
true.
done.
That's crazy. But we'll get all into that. If you're wondering why I'm sitting on this side, we have Fabian hosting the show today. So Fabian, this is Fabian Without a Radio. You already know how it goes. That's all awkward.
Just put him on the spot.
So yeah, man. I guess to dive into it, we were talking about something off air that you want to get into.
Yeah, about getting smacked. And
That's
Renee,
always fun. Yeah.
and Renee not noticing that the window was open.
Yeah. To recap, real quick, I went to NIU for homecoming this past year. We were staying in this room that was like their equipment room where they had their workout stuff, and it was on the lower level of their house. And everyone, they had told us that the heater didn't work in that room. We just accepted it. Turns out we noticed after 2 nights of sleeping there, we realized that the window was open and all the hot air was getting out, or the cold air was getting in. And that's why it was cold.
So who told you this? Like the owner of the apartment, or like
That the heater didn't work?
Yeah, or is it like word of mouth? Like,
Yeah, he told us.
Word of mouth.
Yeah.
He was just like, oh, there's a room downstairs that has, because we were going to sleep upstairs on like the hardwood.
Right.
It's like, there's a room downstairs that has carpet you guys can sleep in, but it's really cold in there because the heater doesn't work.
Oh, jeez.
You just have to sacrifice one or the other.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, I'd rather sleep on the carpet. And so we walked in, and immediately you could feel that this room was a lot colder. And we accepted it. But
Yo, that guy's gonna be a great homeowner when he when he gets a house. Like he's gonna. That's
it's
horrible.
like it doesn't work.
Damn, that's crazy. Have you ever gotten super drunk where you just don't realize that you're shivering and like the window's open?
So that's actually I haven't, but that's actually something that I wanted to ask. Like, at what point do you know? Like, is there ever a point where you just kind of tell yourself like, "Oh man, I gotta chill," or like, "I gotta stop," or like, do you just all the way through? Because
That's you just power straight through it.
because I was about to
ignore
say
your inner thoughts.
that's why I haven't gotten to that point because I kind of know like where I'm at, and like
Yeah.
usually when I'm in those circumstances, I might have to babysit someone else.
Okay.
So then I'm like, all right, cool, I'm gonna get to this level, and then I'm like, oh, I'm a little buzzed, like I'm gonna just chill out here.
Yeah.
Right.
But I've never gotten to that point where like I either black out, like I've never thrown up from drinking.
That's impressive.
That's really impressive, actually. Yeah. I guess like yeah, you're right. Like you have to know where you're at. Like if you're far away from home or like you're in a different like environment that you're normally not in. Because I know for me, I remember my neighbor. Well, Abel.
Yeah.
That was my excuse to get drunk because I used to live right behind him. So I was like, oh, I could just stumble back home. Like I don't have to
stumble across the yard.
And this is like before Uber, like before,
Yeah.
So it was like, all right, cool. Like
Take an Uber takes you around the block. Right?
yeah, wow.
Just takes a long way.
Yeah. Take the scenic route.
Gets on the highway, right? But I guess yeah, like if I wasn't at Abel's and I was like somewhere further, say downtown or something, I would definitely like chill out.
But even then, like there was a time when I was living with one of my friends.
Mhm.
Even there, like when we would drink,
Yeah.
I would know like, yo, I'm gonna cut it off here.
Oh, that's a good,
It's a good.
good power to have.
Yeah.
But see, because for me, like one of the worst things in the world that could ever happen to me is like have to throw up.
Damn.
When like that, the last time I threw up was like the worst thing in the world.
Are you one of those that like have the super nasty like gag like?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
You're like
but-
dry heaving for like 20 minutes.
yeah, that. But then like when it's coming up, like I try to force it down. Like, nah, you're not coming up. Like we're not having this right now.
Yo, it's funny for everyone watching. They're like, all right, so what we know about Fabian is he doesn't want to throw up and he watches 106 in Park. Like it's so random.
Just
yeah.
someone keeping notes.
Yeah, I guess that's. I mean, I don't remember when the last time I threw up, but I mean, no one wants to be the dude at the party throwing up. Like
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
Huh.
Like, have you ever came close to throwing up, or you were just like, I'm not gonna drink?
No, honestly, like the The only time that I've ever maybe came close to like throwing up was just from food. That's it.
fair.
Like it's never
That's
been
fair.
from alcohol.
Like that should be the norm,
Yeah.
but like
Yeah.
we're just like, wow, that's impressive. Like,
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Renee, have you ever thrown up just to like get it over with and then just go back to the party? Like, I'm assuming in college that would be
Yeah,
like,
that's just what you do.
yeah.
No, I've never done it like purposely. Like
Okay.
every time, at least throughout college, when I would throw up, it would be like the last moment. Like I knew like I couldn't hold it anymore.
Right.
So I got really good at knowing like, oh, I'm gonna throw up in like 12 seconds. So I was like, stop what I'm doing, go outside, or like go to the bathroom or go somewhere.
Yeah. Damn, that's dope.
Um,
Time it down.
yeah, I'd probably mess up now.
Wow.
So yeah, I got like about a.
All right, I'll just quick. Yo, have you ever been okay? So we're just gonna keep the throw up conversation going. Have you ever been impressed at someone's throw up? Like, I know it sounds
Yes.
gross, but hear me out. Have you really?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. What? Like, how was it? Like,
Because they were just throwing up for so long.
right.
Like I had somebody, they just kept on going, and they would stop, they like,
Yeah.
and then like go straight back into it.
Yo, that's it's gross, but it's kind of cool if you think about it. Like, damn, they've mastered the throw up.
Yeah.
Like
And then there was one case where myself, we were doing a disc, which I guess for people that don't know, you flip a frisbee upside down and you pour beer into it. You fit 5 beers in, and the objective is to finish it, you know, in a timely manner, as fast as you can. Let's just say as fast as you can.
Right.
And there was once where I was doing it, stopped, went outside, puked, came back, took another big drink, went back outside, puked, and that's how I finished it.
Oh shit.
It was like it was going down all the way, but then it just immediately came right back up.
That's disgusting.
That's
People were really
dedication.
impressed though.
Yeah, I mean that sounds impressive. Yeah, for sure.
There was a group of girls taking pictures slightly in front of where I was puking.
Bro.
It was beautiful.
So you like puke bombed their fucking photo?
Repeatedly, and nobody noticed apparently.
That's dope. No, I think
That's funny.
well, my only fucking throw up story. I was at so we went to this beer fest in Aurora, and it started raining. So there was like
So
a
you
rain
threw
delay.
up.
No, yeah. So I hate rain, right? No, makes me gag. No, but
That's your one weakness.
yeah, imagine just fucking. No, so it started raining. So there was like a rain delay, and like there was no lightning, so they weren't kicking people out. So we kind of like finessed our way to the tent, the beer tent, and the Goose Island representative that was serving beer. She was really cool. She like let us go in her tent so we won't get wet.
Yeah.
So we became friends with her. She was like an old lady, and then she's like, "Hey, I've been here since 11. Do you guys mind?" And it was already like 5:00. She's like, "Do you guys mind taking over the tent? Just serve people when they come. You know, like serve it like this, and you'll be good." So us being like, yeah, for sure, with the intention of, yo, we're about to like drink all the beer we want, you know.
Yeah.
So then we took over this Goose Island tent.
Uh-huh.
Just got super wasted, bro. So we were there for like a good hour, maybe 2, and then one of my girlfriend's friends, she was drinking all day too, you know, but like it was funny. She was talking and like she's in front of me, and then she stops talking, turns around, and like projects like, dude, like The Exorcist, like on some like crazy like straight line, and then like she does that for like 5 seconds, stops, goes like this. And then she just continues her conversation.
Oh my God.
Bro, it was the nastiest thing, but I was so impressed because I was like, did anybody else see that? And like nobody was looking at her, you know? So I was like the only one that caught it. It was dope. It was
That's
cool.
all. I do think that's impressive where you can throw up and then just go back to the sentence you were on like nothing happened.
It's really gross, but people could do that. It's
Dude,
dope.
people under the influence are like
They're capable
dope.
of amazing
They're
things.
dope.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I agree.
under all types of influences, but it's crazy.
Yeah, man. It's disgusting.
Wait. But going back to your story, so then what happened? She put you guys in charge of this tent. You guys were there for an hour.
No, well, then at that point, we were there for the rest of the night, but I don't know why this lady, like, let random people do it. Like, I guess she was just over the rain and she wanted to go home. And the way it was set up is, like, each tent had a table, and then it had, like, 2 or 3, like, kegs of different beers, you know? So then it stopped raining, and people started coming, like, you know, just regular people. So we were pretending like we worked for Goose Island, but really we were just, like,
Random
fuck it,
ass
like,
people.
yeah. So you had, like, drink passes, so every time they would come for a drink, you had to mark them down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we would be like, here you go, but if you chug it, I'll give you another one on the house, you know?
That's
so, like, we would
hilarious.
make people, like, drink and stuff.
That's dope.
And we'll be like, 1 for you, 2 for me, you know? And at that point, we got super wasted. It was really fun, but it was, like, really, like...
Just a tent full of puke everywhere.
Yeah, well, no, yeah, that was the bad part, but It was fun, dude. Like I've never been like,
Were you, like,
in charge of a tent.
Dressed like professionally? Like did they
No, hell
believe
no.
you or something?
We had ponchos. Like we looked normal as fuck,
Yeah.
but I don't know. It was dope. It was cool. Yeah. Shout out to that lady.
I don't know. Maybe that was like her last day on the job, and she just didn't care anymore.
Oh, so check this. Towards the end, we just started like making it fun, and we're all like dancing and stuff because they had a DJ.
Yeah.
There was a radio station in Aurora. I think it's called like The River. The morning host came to our tent because they were there like working the event. They came over and they're like, "Oh, you guys are awesome!" Like they started drinking with us. We didn't tell them though that we didn't work for like fucking Goose Island, you know. But they were like, "Yeah, no, you guys are great, man. We're gonna talk about you guys tomorrow morning." Blah 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 blah. And I was like, "Yo, that's actually kind of cool because I have a podcast and
That's
I'm all trying to plug in the podcast."
that's very cool.
Started plugging your podcast every
But
second.
yeah, that was a dope like that was one of the few dope beer memories I have. That's pretty cool.
That is really cool.
Did you throw it?
No, hell no.
Oh wow!
No, I mean not to like brag or anything, but
Yeah.
it takes a lot for me to
I
throw
just
up.
like how you were like offended when he asked.
Oh,
Like, no,
jeez,
what?
no.
Stomach
What's
of
wrong
steel.
with you? Right?
See, I mean, I figured if you're out here just telling people here, one for you and two for me.
Yeah, no, that was a bad idea. I stopped that real quick. Like that was a bad. But I did like
You
make
gotta
them,
know what you're getting yourself into. Doing
Yeah,
that.
like, and then I guess people, I mean, they weren't used to them like giving them out for free. So I'd be like, oh, if you chug that one, like take another
Yeah.
one. So they were super down. It was fun, dude. Yeah, you should try it, man.
You should try to walk up to a tent and just
Take
work
over.
there.
Yeah, hopefully just
Yeah.
host it.
You should
That'd
start
be cool.
hosting it.
Yeah. Imagine if like we had a friend that worked for like a beer company. That would be dope.
Oh, you mean like Abel?
Well, he used to. He doesn't anymore. But I think like when he used to work for the beer company, like we weren't
Budweiser, right? Or Bud Light?
that much drinking.
You worked for Bud, yeah.
Budweiser, yeah.
One of the buds.
One of the distributors. What did he do exactly?
He was I think he did deliveries.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because he did a whole bunch. He would deliver to like all the bars in this area.
Yeah, I remember one time we went down to NIU, and Abel was with us, and he had like this big old box, and there was at least like 45 like Stellas in there, and he's like, "Hey man, these fell off the truck," and we're like, "What?" Like, so we took him to NIU, and
He's like, yeah, they fell off the truck.
yeah. And then he's like, no, but for real, some of them fell, so they might be glass.
He's like, you gotta wash them before you drink them.
He's like, rinse it off before you drink it.
That's funny as hell.
Yeah. Shout out to Abel.
You didn't even mention that until we were already drinking too.
Right. So we had little cuts on our fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I keep on cutting myself. Wonder why.
Yeah, no kidding. But I guess to dive into this setup that we have here, what do you do for a living, man? Let the people know a little bit more about you.
So I am what you like to call a realtor.
Realtor.
Yeah, realtor, because a lot of people say realtor.
Yeah.
It's just realtor. I actually work for Coldwell Banker. I started doing that April 1st. So actually, funny story. I got a lot of funny stories. So when I worked for Guaranteed Rate,
Yeah.
they're a mortgage lending company, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I interviewed for them, I let them know, like, hey, I'm working to get my real estate license. And they were like, oh, it's cool. Don't worry. Whatever. Got hired on. So fast forward about 8 months later, I let them know. I was like, hey, I got my real estate license. Just to let you guys know, I'm going to be working real estate part-time. Don't worry. I'm still going to be here. It's not going to, inhibit me from performing my best and things like that. And they're like, all right, cool. But then, like, 3 weeks later, they email me. Or actually, they call me, like, the upper management. They're like, hey, it's a problem. Like, it's a conflict of interest.
Yeah.
And
Right, I was
it
about
kind
to
of
say,
makes sense
yeah.
because, one being a real estate agent and working for a mortgage lending company, I could see how that could be a conflict of interest. I have access to people's information.
Mm-hmm.
And even if I don't necessarily have my clients working with Guaranteed Rate, it made sense. So then they just put me in a position where I was faced with an ultimatum, and it was like either, relinquish my license and stay with Guaranteed Rate or leave Guaranteed Rate. And I remember that day because it was beautiful. It was about 75 degrees out. It was sunny. I was working from home. And, I told her, I was like, hey, how quickly do I have to give you this response? She was like,
Yeah.
oh, by the end of today. I was like, all right, cool. And I was like, hey, let me give you a call back. I'm going to make a few calls right now.
Yeah.
I made no calls. Excuse me. I made no calls, but I just sat there for like 10 minutes. I was like, yo, this is dope. Because I already knew what I was going to do.
Right.
I already knew that I was going to leave.
Yeah.
But, I sat there for 10 minutes and I was hyped. I think I was watching soccer too. I was working from home. I was watching soccer. It was 75 degrees outside. It was beautiful. It was a sunny day. I called her back. I'm like, yeah, today's going to be my last day.
Damn.
She was
Just
like,
that.
yeah. And then she was like, all right, cool. Like, no worries. Like, she wasn't even upset either because she was like, I know you've been working towards it, so it wouldn't make sense for you to like relinquish that after you invested
Right.
so much into it.
Well, that's cool. That for them to you kind of understand and like no hard feelings.
Yeah.
How long were you at Guaranteed Rate? You said 8 months.
Yeah, about like 8 or 9 months.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I was like eclipsing the year because I think I started there. So when was the World Cup? I think the World Cup was like in June.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I started as soon as the World Cup started because I remember because when I was getting hired on, I was trying to push it back. I was like, hey, I'm actually gonna go. You know, I'm gonna help my mom move to a different state. So can we
trying
put?
to watch the?
Yeah. So I was like, you know, can we push it back maybe towards the end of June?
Yeah.
And then she was like, oh no, this is what we had agreed. I was like, damn. All right, cool. But so I started then. So then I worked from June till March. And then once March came around, that's when I was faced with the ultimatum. I left, and then after that, I had been in talks with like a few different agencies, and as far as being like a real estate agent, I think I was talking to At Properties, Coldwell Banker, Realty of Chicago, the one that's in Cicero actually. Yeah. They never got back to me, so you know, part of my license, I can't badmouth other people, so I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Nice.
But I can. So
nah, they're cool people. I like what they're doing. And you know, just as I was like interviewing with these few agencies, I was like, you know, I kind of liked Coldwell Banker's vibe just simply because they were very like laid back. Like every other agency that I went to, like they seemed like they were gonna just be on my ass the whole time. And I get that, like, you know, you
want to see return on their investment.
Well, even then, they don't really invest much into you because depending on like how your setup is, you could be paying desk fees. You could be paying for like, you know, if you make copies, you could pay for that. Like that could come out of your pocket.
Okay.
And things like that, you know.
So I know some companies, they even go above and beyond and give you like a marketing team and like they'll do.
So
like,
they were trying to do like the bare minimum then.
Yeah.
Some places.
But like with that, like I just didn't like the vibe. Like one of them told me like, oh, I expect you to be on call, like for the next year, and I was like, wait, what do you mean?
Like, what do you mean?
So you like pay your dues?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna need you to relax here. And then not to mention too that like the office that I'm located in is in Oak Park, so it's literally 5 minutes from home.
Yeah,
that's awesome, man.
So you know, started working there. I mean, it's cool. Got like again, a little marketing team. You know, I got lawyers on deck, all types of stuff. You know, just to you know, obviously be able to help people and you know just do my job the best way I possibly can.
Right.
Because this is a huge step for people. Whether it's like your first home, your second home, you know, your fifth home, this is a big deal.
Yeah,
so
you
obviously
stops being a big deal.
Yeah, so you want someone like to do the job the right way. So that's kind of like what I've been working on over these last few months. I mean, since April.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
No, that's really exciting. I know when you first start off, like, do you remember your first closing? Like, do you remember the family that you helped and their reaction when they got their keys?
Yeah, I do. Well, actually, I'm working with some buyers right now. Got like a little deal going, so hopefully like all that works well. But the first closing that I had was actually for a seller, older gentleman as well. Super, super cool.
Nice.
I was actually a lot more interactive than I maybe should have been, but just in the sense that like, you know, it's an older guy, like he can't really do much.
Right.
So I was helping him like out with a whole bunch of stuff, like leading up to the closing. So I'm sure you know this, but like, you know, the people that are gonna, you know, get the loan and all that stuff, like you need your ID. The dude like doesn't drive, you know, hadn't been out of his home.
Yeah.
So like all of his IDs, passport, state ID, all that stuff was expired.
Right.
And this is the week of the closing.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
need your ID for
So
that.
I'm like, so I call him up like on a Monday, and I'm like, hey, you know, just so you know, I'm gonna be coming by tomorrow just so we can sign the paperwork because he wasn't gonna be at the closing, and I was gonna bring a notary as well. But then he lets me know like, oh, all my stuff's expired. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know, I hung up with him, and I'm like, I was just trying to figure it out, and then I call him back, and I'm like, hey, you know, do you have your birth certificate? Do you have something that has your picture and all that stuff? He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna take you to, you know, the DMV tomorrow. We're gonna get your ID.
Yeah.
And then, so he lives in Lakeview.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
So Wrigleyville.
Yeah. That's true.
So picked him up from there. Took him to DMV, the closest one. Well, it's either in the city. I wasn't gonna go to the city.
Right.
Closest one was on Division, like out west. go there. It's like an express one, so it was quick, in and out, 15 minutes.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't. It
Yeah,
wasn't
I
bad.
was like, oh yeah, we were in there for like 3 hours.
I know those
No.
hell stories of DMV being horrible.
No, but
Yeah, that's awesome, man. So this
Yeah.
guy was like super appreciative, or like he was just like, "Oh, get out of here! I don't
You
want
just
to."
thought it was
no, yeah, he was super appreciative in,
Stop helping me.
right.
in the sense that like he knew that this is kind of what has to get done to
Yeah.
get the job done.
Yeah.
But here, let me continue with the story. So we get there, it's 15 minutes in and out. I let him know, why have you here? Do you just mind going with me to Arlington Heights? Because that's where his lawyer was.
Right.
Just so we could sign all the paperwork. Because even if we were to go with the notary, we were still going to have to call up the lawyer just so the lawyer can go through all the paperwork just to explain it to him.
Yeah.
Just so when he signs, he knows what he's signing, because obviously, a lot of people are going to want, the realtor to go through all that documentation. And, we do, for the most part, kind of know what it's about, but we're not attorneys.
Right.
That's kind of out of our scope. So then I take him to Arlington Heights. It was about like an hour from the
place on
DMV.
Division. Yeah.
Get that paperwork done, and then just drive him back home.
Yeah. He was set at that point then, right?
Yeah, like once that happened, it was all kind of said and done. Pop back in the office just to let him know that, because I'm collaborating with my managing broker in terms of like how it's going, just so I don't miss anything. And he's like, oh yeah, you actually did a lot more than you probably should have done. And I was like, man, I was just trying to get it done.
For your first one, if
Yeah.
you had to do that, then leave it up to chance.
No,
Right.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Then not do enough.
Right. That's pretty cool, man.
And like, to be completely honest, like I didn't mind at all. And what, like, you could maybe think that maybe doing it for the money, but like at a certain point I was just so invested. And like the way I look at him now is more as a friend than as a client. Then I'm like, yo, like I wanted to do this for you.
Not only that, I feel like he's gonna remember that, and like you'll be the first person he thinks of when he's referring someone.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh man, Fabian did this for me, so you could use him. Like, dude, that's
Like,
really
this
how it is.
motherfucker got me out of my house.
Right.
Made me put on shoes.
Made me miss my shows. I was watching soccer, fucking.
And then I
FIFA.
thought I could make it back for the next game, but then he's like, no, we're going to Arlington Heights now.
Man,
Yeah.
Imagine.
No,
That's
but
horrible.
it was a cool experience. And then,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
like, the closing itself, which is pretty straightforward. Sit down, sign paperwork.
Yeah, because at that point, you're already done
Yeah.
all the legwork.
Yeah.
Right?
yeah.
I was just kind of sitting there. It was kind of weird too, because when I get there, the buyer's attorney's there, and the buyers are there, and the buying agent's there. But then I'm the only one that shows
Yeah.
up on the selling side. I'm like, so I'm just kind of sitting there. I'm looking around. I'm like, oh, this is kind of weird.
Yeah.
But at that point, no one really needed to be there because
Right.
he had
Yeah.
pre-signed all the documents.
Yeah, done everything.
But one of the attorney's like assistants showed up just because there was a few other things that she just kind of had to make sure were in line, and that was really it. But it was cool. It was really cool.
And then they did that thing where they all sit on the opposite side of the table of you,
Pretty much.
Cross their
cross
Yeah.
their arms.
right, just stare at you.
No, I
It's
mean,
like a
we-
job
we-
interview.
it wasn't even like that. Like, it wasn't even tense. Like, we were all kicking it. We were all just talking.
Yeah.
There were newlyweds as well, so it was cool. The agent was cool. Just a lot of conversation throughout, and the attorney was too.
Yeah.
Super dope.
Nobody was like hostile about it.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't see why they would, but still.
yeah.
So,
ahead.
when did you decide, like, hey, I'm gonna try real estate? Like, this is gonna be the route I'm gonna take.
So
Like, how did that come about?
that is like when you put it in the position that you're salaried, like, you can do all the legwork in the world, but like that's not really gonna change the amount of money you get paid.
Right.
You get me?
Yeah.
So then I was thinking to myself, I was like, damn, like, what can I do? What can I do where like the amount of effort that I put in dictates the amount of money I come out with at the end of the year, and something to be kind of cool, like this in terms of like being a real estate agent. Like, I know I'm getting to know the ins and outs of like the transaction process and things like that, and I'm getting to know like a lot of cool people. So like it's putting me in a good position. So like the day that I want to make a purchase of a home or sell something, like I kind of know how it's gonna work,
Yeah.
But ideally, I wanted to do this part time.
Okay. I've heard that it's a little difficult to do it part time. Like, you got to really invest all your time into it if you want a good like outcome.
Yeah. And that's kind of something that like I've thought about, especially like as I'm moving forward, because I'm still generally trying to figure things out. Because I'm like, should I stay in it? Should I like do it part time? I mean, I'm gonna stay in it like regardless. But I'm like, should I stay in it full time? Should I do it part time? because obviously, like, you only make money when you close deals.
Yeah.
Right.
And being a new agent, like, everyone, when I closed my first like deal, everyone like made such a big deal of it just simply because they say, oh, people usually don't see a check for the first 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, that's cool.
That's
You
some
know,
good
like,
info to
yeah,
know. Right?
yeah, that's very cool. So like now I'm kind of sitting where I'm like trying to figure out like what my next move is, because obviously, you know, the majority of the people, you know, working class, they do what, 8 to 5, 9 to 5,
Yeah,
maybe
about.
till 6. So I'm like, maybe I might be able to like work this in a way where like, you know, we could say the evenings, you know, show a few properties, you know, close a few deals. Because I mean, to be completely honest, like once we have an accepted offer, like at that point it's in the hands of the attorneys and
Your lender. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. So, I guess that kind of answered my question. Yeah, Renee, you got any questions? I mean,
Yeah.
that was a good answer.
That was pretty encompassing.
yeah, and I know I went like a little overboard on that.
No, I mean, no, you're good, bro. We got time.
Yeah.
We got time. We got a shitload of time.
It'd be more of a problem if you went underboard.
No,
Do you enjoy going to like networking events and like getting to know like other realtors? I mean, I know there's a lot of networking events in this area. Have you gone to any, or like are you still kind of like new and getting your
Feet
foot?
wet.
Yeah.
yeah.
If you're gonna say your foot,
I was
just the
gonna
one.
your foot in the door, but
Oh, okay, my bad.
a little sprinkle on your toes.
In terms of like big networking events, I haven't really gone to any. But I have reached out to like a whole bunch of people because I mean, email doesn't hurt.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have set up like a bunch of meetings with like loan officers, inspectors, appraisers, just to kind of like,
Get your name out there.
well, that and just to kind of get the lowdown on like how the process goes. Because like once you pass the class, once you pass the course, and once you sign up with like an agency, like they're not going to give you a pamphlet in terms of how it goes.
Yeah, you kinda
like
have
at that
to
point, you just kind
figure
of
it out.
Yeah, you just wing it. So, you know, I was trying to garner as much information as I can, just so
sense.
like as the process moves forward, I can, you know,
You know what's
not
happening.
be
you're
not be
you're
out of
lost.
the loop.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Because obviously, you know, when someone asks you a question, if you don't have an answer to it, like that's kind of
Never looks good.
Yeah, you definitely want to know what you're talking about. Yeah.
But actually, with that though, there have been multiple times where I don't have the answer, but that's one of my like phrases now. Oh, that's a really good question. I don't know the answer to it, but let me
Right.
get back to you with that. Because
It sounds like a lot better than I don't know.
yeah,
Right.
yeah,
It's all and,
Yeah.
Yeah, ways to tell
yeah.
them you don't know.
yeah. But like with that, you know, obviously I want to know all the information beforehand, or at least the majority of it.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to show up to like an appointment or anything like that where like I'm lacking a lot of information, because then that's going to look really bad on my part.
Right.
But I have like I'm part of the Chicago Association of Realtors.
Oh, car.
Yeah,
Car.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Acronym. Yeah.
so with that, like yeah, they have a whole bunch of like networking events, and you know there's a whole bunch of like successful realtors that are in car. So I've looked at like
I know you like the acronym. I just imagine them driving around.
Right.
You know?
They're just big ass.
They're
van,
in a
like
car.
a big ass car. Yeah.
so yeah, I've seen like a few of them. Like they have like this cool one where it's like, you know, breakfast with I don't know who, but just a bunch of members.
Yeah.
So I guess like they all just meet up at like a little
Have a powwow.
yeah
Oh, yeah.
yeah just you know coffee and breakfast.
That's what's up.
So I'll probably show it to one of those at some point.
So, you being in a self-driven like work environment, do you ever find yourself kind of like choosing to not do like go to work, or like just like you said, like you wanted to watch football or soccer? Do you ever
football.
like find yourself just being like, you know, today I'm just gonna chill. It's 90 degrees out. Like,
It's 90 degrees
Nah,
out.
I know, right?
It's too hot to work today. Is
too
that
hot
what
to-
you were
dude,
going?
today was hot as hell. Like,
No, yeah, today was bad.
yeah, and my AC went out, so I was just walking to the office like, that's fucking hot.
No, not really.
That's good. Yeah.
Just simply because, again, it's results driven. So I want, you know, I'm the type of person like, oh, like I want to get this done. Once I get that done, if I don't have any appointments or anything like that, like yeah, I'll chill. But if there's something to be done, I'll get that done. But because yeah, but then it's kind of hard too, like especially when you're like working with some clients, and like if we're in that phase of where we're looking for stuff, like you're kind of like moving around all the time.
Yeah.
You know, you're trying to, you're staying in the loop of what's popping onto the market, what's like going off the market. So with that, like you're consistently moving. Like I was probably like showing properties, Monday through Saturday. Sundays off because I go to church. But apart from that, every single day I was doing something.
That's what's up.
But like now that it's kind of out of my hands in a sense. Like I'm still trying to find like the next client. I'm still learning a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, I don't necessarily have to pop into the office. I could just do this at home.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah, because I know I'm gonna say similar to that, where like if there's something that I was working on or like something that I'm in the process of starting or something, I'll do that because it'll annoy me. I can't not think about it.
Right.
So like not last Friday, but a couple weeks ago, I had taken the Friday off because I just wanted to take it off.
Ooh, look at you.
And then
Was it a nice day?
Yeah, it was a nice day. I think
This past Friday?
2 Fridays ago, I think.
Oh, nice.
And so I had taken the day off, but then on Thursday I realized that there was a problem with something that I had done. So Friday morning from like 8 till like noon, I worked anyways because I wanted to fix it.
Yeah.
Because it was gonna bother me all weekend until Monday if I didn't.
It's gonna linger in the back of your head.
It's gonna
like,
linger in
man,
the back of my
what
head.
could it be? Yeah.
Yeah. And so I did it, figured out what it was, fixed it, and then I was like, okay, cool. Now I can stop.
Yeah.
And then I like went about my day. But for those like 8 till 12, I still worked, even though I told everyone I wasn't working. And there was like specific emails that came that other people replied to because I wasn't working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was also nice because I didn't have to reply to it. I could just focus on what I wanted to do.
Yeah. Yo, you know what I'm thinking about? Have we ever told the people what we do? Like, as far as jobs? I don't think we ever touched that topic.
No, actually. No, I don't think it's ever came up.
So for like, they just assuming this whole time like that's all we do. Like we just podcast
make a podcast.
yeah,
That's hilarious.
Pull in all the ad revenue money.
right? All that production time and just damn, that's dope. So I guess explain it to Renee, like, because I know now you're making it seem like you got a super like lenient job and like you just take off whenever you want. Like, what do you? So I know you work from home sometimes, right? So it's easy.
So typically,
But what do you do exactly? Like,
so typically Mondays and Fridays we work remote. So
Okay.
I mean, I technically work at a Starbucks, but
wow.
I'd rather just work at
so you
home.
do construction at a Starbucks?
Yeah, so I build the
Renee?
bathrooms in Starbuckses.
No.
No, so I'm a developer for a company called ePreop.
Ooh, that's
They work in the medical field. They kind of centralize all the data between hospitals, billing companies, and anesthetical companies.
cool. Okay.
So every time that someone like gets a surgery done, all that information has to go between those 3 parties.
Mm-hmm.
And before, there was they would like send around faxes and pieces of paper with the information, and people had to enter it into their systems over and over again.
Yeah.
And so this centralizes it all in one place.
Damn, that's pretty badass.
So they don't, the hospital knows that your name is Treto, the billing company knows your name is Treto, and the anesthesiologist who's going to put you under knows your name is Treto.
all thanks to you guys.
Basically, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, so that's the gist of it. And I guess they're pretty lenient. I mean, we technically don't have days off, but since we're salaried, it's just kind of like, if you're doing your shit, that's fine.
Yeah, if you're up to date.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess tool-wise, like, you just use your computer all day, like, so you could just take it home and just work out of your laptop.
Yeah. Well, they give us a company computer because, we have, our database is a shit ton of patient information,
Yeah, that's
So
it.
that's, information that we
Right. Can't just keep that in a USB.
Right. We can't just keep that around.
Yeah.
It's actually a HIPAA violation.
Oh,
Putting it on a USB.
for real?
It is.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because then you could lose the USB. And
At
then
least
what
now you guys
happens?
know you're safe with your information. Yeah.
Yeah. Then somebody else could find it. And
Yeah, that'd
all
be
of a sudden
bad.
they have a bunch of billing data, like where you live, all your medications.
That'll be bad. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, they gave us like a company laptop, headset, and then we have like monitors, desks in the office for when we go in.
Nice.
So that's why I like going to the office because we got 3 monitors. It's all nice. You got a standing desk.
I remember.
Do you have a standing desk?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh yeah.
That's
It's
cool.
nice. I like it.
Yeah, I wish I had a standing desk.
Right?
It gets annoying at about 3 p.m. though.
But I know we talked about it when we went to IKEA. Like you got to crank it.
Yeah.
Like, you got to
Yeah.
like actually like.
Yeah, you gotta work for
Yeah.
it. That's why I just leave it up. If it was automatic at like 3 p.m., I would set it down
Up
I
and
would
down all
sit.
day, yeah.
Because
Yeah,
like
that's cool.
before then though, it's great. You're standing, you're up and about. Like the way that the office that I'm in is set up, I have like a whole bunch of empty room behind me, so I could walk around and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's annoying just standing there.
Yo, I went to an office downtown. I can't think of the name of it right now, but it's one of those like shared spaces where they rent like the office space, and then like their common area is so like cool. They got like ping pong tables and stuff. It's kind of like a Google, really. Mm-hmm. And on the art, like on the walls, they had art and stuff, and they had like Bear Champ, like this big ass mural of like Bear Champ, and like for people who know Bear Champ it's one of my favorite artists from Chicago. But I went and I was like, yo, like I gotta convert, like so I gotta do something with my house because this is like super dope. So.
You gotta make your house into an open office.
I know,
space.
right? Yeah, you got Larry and Greg over there working on software. No. But no, that's cool, man. How are your coworkers? Is it like boring at your office, or you guys enjoy it?
No, yeah, I like. It's only boring when like there's no one there.
True.
Because a lot of my coworkers, I guess now that we hired this new guy, I think
Steve?
Steve. No. No, his name's not Steve.
What up, Steve? No.
Now that we hired him, I think we're like roughly the same age. But before then, most of my coworkers were like, in their mid 30s or so.
Yeah.
And so it was a little different there because they're just older. They have like a family and stuff. Mm-hmm. But they're all cool people. And then like the new guy, he's probably like in his mid 20s, just based on like the graduation date on his resume and the amount of stuff on his resume.
Okay.
So I had to work to interview him. So
did you?
I got to see all their stuff. All of his
I was gonna say, were you on his like LinkedIn? Or
Right? He's out here creeping on him.
No. I helped with the interview process for him and the other guy that they hired.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
Damn, that's cool. I've never really like gotten into like depth of like what you do exactly, because I've had friends that ask me like, "Yo, what does Renee do for a living?" And I'll just be like, "He codes and does computer stuff for a company. Like, he can make you an app, a website."
I mean, that's the gist of it.
Yeah, right. So that's pretty cool, man.
I heard telling people that he's Batman.
Yeah, he might be Batman on Sundays.
I don't know, man. It's 9 p.m. You don't see him, right?
In the Batcave. No.
Shows up at 6 a.m. He's got bruises all over.
Yeah, what happened to Renee? I don't ask.
He's clumsy. He falls down the stairs every other day.
Right? Every Sunday he comes back.
Every Sunday, just horrible. Black eye.
That's fucked up.
So what do you do, Treto? You got to tell the public.
Oh, well, I'm Iron Man.
Oh.
Oh, nonchalant? Yeah, after Tony Stark left. No spoilers, but he left. No.
Shit.
No, so I actually work at a mortgage company, which is like right up your alley. Yeah. We're mortgage brokers, so we deal with like lending and stuff. Me personally, I'm not a broker, but I'm an assistant, so I'll do like pretty much loan coordinator, which I'll like work with the client, and once they're pre-approved, I'll like get all the documents, and then once they sign the application, I'll go ahead and submit it to like different banks. Which is funny that right now when you were saying that you used to work for mortgage guaranteed rate.
Yeah.
We always get confused, and I told you this off camera.
Yeah.
So I've never met someone that actually worked there before, so it's like. Yeah, now I kind of want to ask you a bunch of questions, but like I'll ask you after.
Like, do you guys get confused for us? No.
Yeah, I know. Do they know who we are? No. But we're a small mortgage company, kind of like a mom and pop shop. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do. My day consists of like being at the office and like working on files and yeah. So it's like an open office. So I do have like the same people around me, which is luckily like everyone's really cool, so it doesn't get boring. But I know when I asked you if you had cubicles, you were like, "Nah, dude, like it's all like you have one or two guys." So you got a new guy now, so that's cool.
Yeah, we got a new dude. It's growing. We got like 13 people now. And then when I started working there, I think I was like the 7th person.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've been there for I want to say 3 going on 4 now. 4 years.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm in the game.
In it for.
But man, if you ever want to link up, dude, like we hit up
we definitely do something.
Events, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Oh, but actually, so I guess getting back to Guaranteed Rate, I worked at their corporate headquarters in Ravenswood.
Ooh,
it was popping.
Yeah,
it was legit.
Really?
It was legit.
It was like those offices I explained about.
Pretty much. It was like that, like rooftop deck.
Yeah,
nice. Always making food out there. Like you had like cooks on deck, so you could get go get lunch, all that stuff. TVs like all over the place. So when I got hired on, like in June during the World Cup last year, like
it was
just
World
people
Cup?
watching it.
No, yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
that's cool. Yeah.
No, like literally. Whatever floor I was on, like there was this huge just monitor on the wall, and someone just put on the World Cup.
Nice.
I was like, yes. I was like, yeah, this is
It's
great.
supposed to be like the stock market.
Look at you
Just
trying to-
put the World Cup on.
I know, right? Like you're supposed to watch the fucking numbers go up and down.
No, yeah, I was
And
like,
you
yeah.
were trying to call off. Look at you.
I swear, I was like, yeah, this is great.
Wow.
I wanted to prolong,
Yeah.
the amount of time that I was off work just to be able to watch the group stages.
Yeah.
But it was on TV, so it was amazing.
That's dope. You know, I never really noticed when the World Cup is coming until when it
Until-
starts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
people
like-
are going crazy.
Till people start talking about it. Yeah,
It just sneaks
I
up
mean,
on you, man.
I remember one year we all were like betting on our teams or whatever, and we had pulled out of a hat, and I got like Brazil or something.
Yeah.
And then the next day I was like, all right, guys, so what's up? And they're like, dude, you're out already. Like, your team played last night, like at 2 a.m. Like, you're
Yeah.
out. And I was like, you guys suck. But yeah, that shit was funny, man.
You were so excited to get
I
going.
was, bro. I was so excited. I was like, yeah, Brazil, because I remember Brazil being good. Like, I don't know how they are now, but
Ha.
Apparently bad.
are they bad? Like,
Yeah,
They're
play
not
at 2 a.m.
like bad, but
Yeah.
they're not like good. Like early 2000s Brazil, like greatest teams.
see, like
ever.
that's what I remember. Like,
Yeah.
like
early 2000s,
like Kaká and like
Kaká, Ronaldinho,
Ronaldinho,
Ronaldo, all those
yeah,
Yeah,
guys,
that's a lot of names that I recognize.
Wow.
like phenomenal.
that you recognize?
Like,
yeah, so if I recognize the names, they have to be good.
Right.
Yeah.
like they're defenders. Like the whole team attacked.
Yeah.
Like that's all it was.
Yeah.
Like, watching them, like I could think back and I could be like, damn, like they probably just didn't want to defend, and they would get scored on too. But they were
would
just
just
so
score
high
more.
powered. It's like
Yeah.
Golden State.
Yeah.
Okay. No.
So like with that, you might score 4 on them, but they'll probably score like 10 on you.
Right.
So then it's kind of done. But yeah, like now they've, that era's kind of gone.
Yeah. I mean, 2000 to now.
Well, yeah, but
Imagine
like,
if they're still playing.
even in the sense that like,
They don't play that same style
yeah,
anymore. or-
that like Nike had, what was big for them was like their big campaign of like Joga Bonito, which is like the beautiful game, beautiful soccer, and like that's all they did, like tricks and skills, like it was like street ball but on the pitch, and like now it's not like that. Like there's no one that has that quality of play. I mean, yeah, Neymar, a few other players, but it's not the same.
No, like you got your. I'm trying to think of relevant players right now, like Messi and
Yeah,
stuff. They don't do
Messi,
tricks.
Ronaldo.
They're
I
just
mean,
like strikers or what?
So
No,
Messi,
Oh,
You,
see?
you like how I
See
use
what
that
you
term
did?
striker? Like I
Yeah,
heard that
that
once
was
on
good.
ESPN. Nah.
that was good.
He was talking about him beating his wife.
The
Striker.
the beautiful
Face.
thing with Ronaldo is that like he works hard, man. Like he has talent, he works hard. So he's really efficient. Like scores a whole bunch of goals, like all around great player. The thing with Messi is that like he just makes it look so easy. Like he doesn't do a bunch of tricks and skills, but like super smart, like IQ. Like when you watch him play, like if you actually watch him play, like you might get upset for the simple fact that he's usually just walking around the majority of the time.
He picks and chooses his spots.
Yeah, like he
Ooh.
picks and chooses when to move.
Yeah.
And like if you watch him play, like I could kind of understand how he becomes an afterthought, even though like he's really, really big, just for the simple fact that like you see him and like this motherfucker's like just walking.
Right.
Like for the first 15 minutes of the game, like he's just walking.
Because he's already a step ahead of you. Like he already knows. Like,
Yeah.
alright.
He's
And
just
then-
trying
and
to get
then-
the lay of the land.
And then all of a sudden, like he just, a little sprint, gets in good position, and like a whole bunch of other things just kind of like generally happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you have them, but I mean, apart from them two and Neymar, there's not really anyone else that's like of that caliber.
That's crazy.
Like
Yeah.
back then, you had like at least 10 people, including defenders, that were like usually contenders for like the best player in Europe, which are 2 awards that they've won the last 11 years that they've both shared that award. But yeah, like in terms of, I don't know what it is. It's actually something that I've thought about. I'm like, has the rest of the world kind of caught up with like these big powers,
Right.
or have they kind of fallen off, or has it been a combination of both?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, because that could be you can make that same question with anything, like with the Olympic team, with the USA in basketball. Like
How
they're
they're
not winning as dominantly as before, and
But-
other teams are getting better,
But they're still dominating though.
but they're not like
Yo, like when what was it, like 2011 or whatever, that they were just powerhousing everybody. Like they were just killing everybody.
yeah.
Yeah, they're not that dominant, but they're still pretty.
No, they're still clear cut the best team.
Yeah.
But other teams are getting better. You know.
And like, I guess in that sense, so France won this last World Cup. But like, here, sorry, I kind of lost my train of thought. So early 2000s, it was Brazil, right?
Right.
Then Spain won it. Spain kind of fell out too because their generational players kind of went away. France just won it. Belgium just had like a fantastic World Cup, but their players might be, getting a little too old for the next one. But then you have England as well that's kind of on the come up again. So then then that's why I asked myself that question: is the rest of the world just kind of generally catching up? Because you have the likes of, what is it? When the World Cup first came around, like Uruguay was winning the title, but then they fell off for a super long time. And like now all of a sudden, over the last two, they've been contenders. Excuse me. Colombia, the same thing. I think they might have won it once or twice, or maybe not even at all. But like they've just gotten much better. Probably like the hardest confederation to like actually qualify to the World Cup for is South America, because you have Colombia, you have Chile, you have Ecuador, Peru, Brazil, Argentina, like. And all these guys are like super good. So then like that's why I asked that question. Like it seems like everyone's just generally catching up. Yeah. Because even then when I look at like North America, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, the USA USA's trash. USA's trash. Oh. For sure. Oh, okay. But like I'm talking about like Mexico.
Yeah. American teams like MLS and stuff like.
No. Fire's horrible.
Hey yo, I'm going to Fire game tomorrow.
But hey, I'll still go.
I'm sorry, Wednesday.
I'll still go. I'll still go.
You're going for the fireworks.
Yeah, because you get to go on the field after the game, bro. It's a whole thing. Yeah.
But so MLS still horrible. Like a bunch of things kind of wrong with that. But like take it, Haiti just beat Canada. I think when I look at Haiti, I figure that these players have to work full-time jobs to sustain themselves to be able to play. Because there's actually countries that do that at the international levels. So then Haiti just beat Canada, which was amazing because Canada was winning 2-0 and then they came back and won 3-2.
Oh, nice.
Mexico beat Costa Rica, but that's kind of expected. It was a little closer than it should have been. But like it seems like
when they went to
penalties.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Bro, that was that save. Yeah, I was watching at the bar. Like I had no choice to watch it. So
I think I saw a picture of the save.
Yeah,
dude.
and then
I didn't know what it was
everybody
for.
went crazy. But then I was thinking, is Mexico even good? Like,
oh no, yeah,
are they good?
I mean, if I could take like my own bias aside, like
yeah,
like they're playing the soccer now that like I actually enjoy watching. Because before they would just chuck the ball up and hope for the best. When like now they actually there's a system in play.
Yeah.
So they're actually like starting to play good. So it seems like things are kind of starting to like level off, which I'm really enjoying, especially like when the World Cup comes around, because like now you have
fucking, makes it competitive across the whole board.
You have countries in Africa too that are like they can win now.
Yeah.
Like that's why for me I think it was 2 World Cups ago it kind of pissed me off when Luis Suarez, which is a striker for Uruguay, like he purposely like blocked a ball with his hand that was going to go in, which was going to qualify Cameroon to be one of the final 4.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Like, but again, you don't put yourself in that position.
Yeah.
Because they had the penalty, they missed it, they went to penalties, and they lost.
Uh-huh.
But I was like, damn, like that would have been
crazy,
cool.
Man. Yeah, there's just so many teams that I'm just like, see, like right now when you said that, I'm thinking like, okay, what was that, like a different tournament? Like was it like a different cup? Like
that was still the World Cup.
Was it a World Cup?
Yeah, that was a World Cup.
Because you know how there's like the Gold Cup, the World Cup,
the
fucking
there's a whole bunch of cups.
The Red Cup, Red Solo Cup. Like, there's a lot of cups. No, A Cup, B Cup, C Cup. No.
Bro, there's like a lot of soccer. Like when fall comes around, it's crazy.
That's when it's over.
So we're going to take a quick break, guys. And by break, we're going to hear from our sponsors. And by sponsors, we're going to see a clip of us playing a game with Abel to show you guys that we play with Abel. So watch this clip real quick. We'll be right back with Fabian. And we're going to talk more soccer. And we're going to actually get into a little bit more about different opinions. Because I want to hear, this guy sounds like he has really good opinions.
Right, I'm telling you.
Yeah. So we'll be right back, guys. Keep it locked. Tretowithoutaradio.
She's gonna win the fuck out of this. Get that shit out of here. Look at that. That's like pinpoint precision.
Bro.
That's some dumb shit. Alright, hang on.
Opposite.
So the rule was if the computer wins a mini game, do you want to count this as a mini game? Because we didn't even play it.
I think we should drink for 5 seconds.
Alright.
Only because my beer's getting warm.
Yeah. Yo, you seen that meme? But it's like, yo, what's your street name? And I was like, oh, they call me Little Chico or something like that. It's like, no, bro, like your address.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what street do you live on?
Yeah. That's stupid.
Oh, never mind. It was... Fuck.
Wow. No. Bro, stop fucking around with me. I'm losing. No.
Okay. Oh, fuck. It's getting hot.
Welcome back, guys. That was a clip of Abel gaming with Abel. And dude, Mario Kart. I haven't played since, man. Fuck that game.
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart. See? Wow. Man, you made me choke, bro. Right before the camera came back on, Ren's like, "Hey man, don't fuck this up." Way to go.
Well, you were saying Mario Kart. We've only played Mario Party and Crash Bandicoot.
Mario Party, yeah. Speaking of video games, are you good with like 2K and stuff, man? Do you dabble with FIFA or 2K?
Oh,
I don't know. I'm all jittery now. Thanks.
nah, for sure. Like FIFA, anyone could get it.
Ooh.
Anyone could get it.
Hey, what's up? I just bought it for $8. Nah.
We throw down.
2018. Let's go right now.
We throw down. Like when I was in college, at Rob Morrison City. Fuck that school. There was like a little section where they actually had like a PS4, so we would usually like all gather up.
Yeah, like in a common area or something?
Yeah, like a common area, and we would play FIFA and all other video games were there. Usually it was only the sports ones.
Yeah, I feel like that's the most common. Like,
keeps it.
I was always looking
keeps it accessible to everyone.
I was always looking for Tomb Raider. It wasn't there.
Fuck. You brought your own copy, like
right?
Nah, man. Nah.
Hey yo,
No,
I know you guys. I know you guys are trying to play 2K, but see, I'm halfway through the story, so I'm gonna need you guys to chill. Nah, but so
my Xbox broke at home.
Yeah,
so I gotta play.
You got your memory card.
But so we're playing FIFA, and like I went undefeated the whole time there. Like the soccer team would play, they'd get wrecked too. Like my track team would play, they'd get wrecked. I would beat people so bad they wouldn't even want to play me anymore.
Damn.
I didn't buy it. I was just kidding. I'm good.
Nah, but it's cool though.
You're all returning it.
Keep my receipt. No.
So yeah, FIFA. I was actually having a conversation with Renee that like when it comes to like story games, like I'm a big fan of Resident Evil, but I can't get into Resident Evil 2 because it's just too much.
Okay.
Like I got other shit I got to do. So it's like, damn, that's too much. So I'd rather play like something that's like one and done. So like a 2K or FIFA, Street Fighter, or something like that.
Do you think like NBA players play 2K and like, yo, did you see that? Like, I'm gonna do that to you in real life. Like,
I think the younger players do definitely because
okay.
Even when they get interviewed and stuff, they're always talking about 2K.
Yeah, right. They somehow always bring it up.
Yeah,
right?
like that's what they do.
Yeah.
And it's so cool because like like the rookies for like the last 4 or 5 years. They probably grew up playing 2K and like making themselves in the game, and then all of a sudden 1 year they don't have to make themselves anymore.
Right?
They're just in it.
They're no more my player. Like,
yeah,
it's just them.
they're just playing.
Yeah. Imagine they still do it like my player.
I'd probably still do it.
Yeah, probably.
Even if because your my player is gonna be better than you probably.
Right.
Yeah. Do you think like okay, so for instance, like D'Angelo,
Russell.
Well, yeah, Russell. You think he's gonna come over to Golden State and like, yo, who wants to play me on
2K?
the? Yeah,
Probably. I could see him being that type.
After he got busted with his fucking with his weed in his Arizona.
Oh, that's right.
His
yeah,
Arizona can. He's definitely the type to play 2K.
that guy's always been like a fucking problem. Wasn't he like snitching on Swaggy P for some reason?
Yeah,
like,
in the like recording. In the
Oh
locker room.
yeah.
Yeah, because I think he was like.
He was
I think he might have been like, he was cheating on someone with someone else, and they called him like a punk or something like that. Yeah, and then that was one of the reasons that they shipped him out. But like I don't know if you guys watched the little YouTube clip of Jeremy Lin, because did you guys see that meme flying around like when he won the title, and then there was a meme that said, it's him holding the trophy, and it's like when you do nothing for the group project, but you still get an A.
Still get an A, yeah.
And then he was just talking about like one of the things that he said that just kind of stuck in my mind was that the fact that even if you're like, well, when you're a professional athlete, out of like your whole day, you maybe work out for like 3 or 4 hours, but after that, like it's done.
Right.
Because there's only so much that the body could take.
Oh, so your downtime, you kind
You're probably playing video games,
Yeah.
you're doing something else. Because like he even said it himself, like he's usually just spending his time playing video games or just kind of like kicking it or watching a movie. Because obviously you're
not gonna be working out all day. Like,
Yeah.
you're just gonna
and you're on the road. Like,
yeah.
what else are you gonna do?
Yeah, so I would probably assume that like the majority of them probably play like 2K. Like I mean, I've seen like a whole bunch of videos like shit James Harden playing FIFA, like LeBron playing FIFA, like. So I don't know if like
so cool. No.
I don't know if they
got excited.
I don't know if they mainly play like other sports, like
that's true.
other sports video games.
They're tired of basketball. Like, all right,
Yeah.
let's go play Madden.
Yeah,
Right.
play FIFA, play something
Right.
else.
Pokemon
Yo,
Stadium.
it's cool to think that like they do normal people stuff. Like if you think of LeBron playing like video games and just like I don't know, drinking a soda, like
His hands are all huge on the remote.
right? For real, no.
They probably love those classic the original Xbox remotes, the really fat ones.
Right.
Yeah, with the white and black button.
Yeah, they were probably perfect for them.
I actually worked for Nike for like 2 years in the city,
Nice.
and when I met Sean Marion,
Yeah.
yo, that motherfucker's tall.
That guy has an ugly ass shot though.
Yeah, nah,
He
but
makes up for it by how tall he is.
yo, he's big.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, obviously when you see him on the TV, you know they're gonna look smaller.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, when I'm 6'1", like the dude walked up and like he was just big.
He's
He
just
was-
big.
yeah,
you
he
can
was-
tell he's like, oh, this guy plays in the NBA.
Yeah, and like, so I met him. I met Rodman as well.
Oh damn.
I saw him in Bucktown. But like, if I were to compare both of them, like, yeah, Sean Marion just looks bigger.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Well,
he? He was with the Phoenix for a while, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I remember him from.
And then I think he won the title with the Mavs when they won it with Nowitzki.
Oh, when they beat LeBron.
Yeah.
When they beat LeBron.
Nah, I'm still not over that. Nah.
Yeah, because I mean, apart from that, I met
Well,
J.R.
where
Smith.
did you work exactly? Like you just meeting all these cool people? No.
Oh, at Nike in the city.
Oh, like actual like.
Yeah, like Nike the store.
Oh damn.
Yeah,
Where's the Nike store? Is
it's
that the
in the
Water
city.
Tower?
yeah. It's next to. It used to be next to like the Apple store when it was on Michigan Avenue.
Oh okay.
But it's like, what would that be? 1 block south of the Water Tower.
Okay, so
If you-
like the Gold Coast over there.
Yeah, if you guys know your directions, you know,
I
1
know,
block
yeah,
south.
no. I just
Somebody-
agree
somebody
because
Yeah.
found it. No.
he sounds
You know,
like he's right.
Yeah,
so.
you know, just Google Maps,
That's about
Nike.
right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I saw J.R. Smith, super short guy, but he came in with like posse,
Yeah.
like posse.
He looks
Seems
like,
like
a
the
posse.
type-
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when he was walking around shirtless for like a month after they won the championship,
With a bottle of Hennessy.
that was my favorite championship photo. Where like he was at the championship day parade that happened like 3
Yeah.
days after, and he was still in his uniform. Like he still had the shorts on.
Damn. That guy could party probably.
Yeah.
You know?
But then apart from that, like usually like when I see someone like an athlete, I'm like usually impressed. I mean, I saw J.R. Smith, but even when you see him on TV, he's small. The dude's
Yeah.
a shooter. Like that's what he does. The one that I could kind of say I messed up because I underestimated him was when Mitch Trubisky he came by.
Oh damn.
Because I was there and like I was in the store and I was like, I see this guy with like cops like around him,
Yeah.
and then I know one of the cops and I go up to him like, who the fuck is this?
Oh.
Like, why does he have cops on him?
Yeah.
Um,
Just got out on bail.
yeah, and then he's like, oh, this is the quarterback for the Bears. I was like, Mitch Trubisky, and I look at him and I was like, come on. And you guys drafted him,
Wow.
and then sure enough, next year, boom, like we had a
He's
stellar
killing
year.
it.
Yeah.
when you don't believe in someone.
Right.
That's what
Yeah.
motivated him. That
Yeah,
was his
for real.
motivation the whole
Right
year.
there.
The one guy at the Nike store.
He heard me,
He heard you. He's like, "This is who you drafted."
right? I remember that day too because
He got a picture of you up on his wall to
the,
motivate.
the cop came by me and I was like leaning up against the wall. I was like, man, who's this? And he tells me like, that's who we drafted. That's what the hype's all about.
Fucked up.
Because that guy looked super mortal.
That's cool. I always pretend like I know football, but I don't know a lot of
Yeah.
football. So Trubisky was he good this past season? So I remember the
Amazing.
end of the season, the whole controversy with the whole kick,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and like this guy fucked it up.
Like
Were
legitimately.
the Bears like good?
Yeah, legitimately, we maybe should have lost only like 2 or 3 games.
Damn.
The few games that we lost were because of the kicker.
He got let go of now, right? Like officially. he's
Yeah,
let
I
go?
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Thank God. No.
we would have been like in a great position. We
Yeah.
probably would have had like the first week bye, all that stuff. Probably wouldn't have gone deep in the playoffs just simply because it's not that experience of a team.
Mhm.
But yeah, they were good.
So,
So I mean, they should be good again this year.
yeah, I was
They
gonna
didn't
say.
really.
Hopefully.
They didn't really lose anything.
At the beginning of the season, I always tell myself, "All right, just watch. Watch
Well,
the
like,
Bears games." And then,
I feel like that's not even enough though. Like, cause
so you gotta know.
I watched most of the games. Like, I think I missed like 3 games.
Hmm.
Still don't really know any of the players.
Right.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
You gotta like actually dive into
No,
it.
yeah, that's too much. And like,
Because like, it's a lot easier when you're watching basketball. There's only 5 players on the court, you know.
Yeah.
Like you could, they tell you like, yeah, he's on the court, he's on the court, he's on the court, and like
Yeah.
the commentators like go into a bunch of stuff. And I feel like NFL commentators they don't really do that. Like they don't talk about the players' lives really,
Okay, so they just talk mostly about the play.
about
and,
the
like,
plays, which is surprising considering how much downtime there is in between plays.
Yeah, no kidding.
so is that like your guys' like favorite sport? Like, if you guys had to sit down and watch a game,
I
basketball,
watch a basketball game.
It's
yeah.
easy. It's yeah. I mean, I would watch a baseball game
just to get
before
drunk.
watching a random like if the
Tennis
Bulls are
game?
playing, I'll watch. Or like
Yeah.
if like a random I don't know.
The Bulls.
Yeah. Okay. So okay. So
No, this is their year.
we got it, man. And we just
No.
drafted the seventh.
You just drafted the
What's his name?
7th overall pick. You can't even fucking put a hat on his head.
Dude with a fro. Did
Yeah, that was crazy.
you see how stupid
That
that
list
looks?
who you drafted? No.
Wow.
Watch.
See? No.
Now,
Next season,
Night's gonna hear this podcast and he's gonna have a stellar year,
he's gonna
Good.
get a
'Cause-
fade, a low fade,
right? Shit. After we drafted him,
Chop it all off.
someone ended up putting up a picture of him and Michael Jordan.
Oh,
I was like, no, like, what are you
That's
doing?
way too soon, bro. What
Because-
are you doing?
Because there was like that, like, you know, there's a picture of Jordan driving like to the hoop, you know, coming from the like left baseline,
Yeah.
you know, and they put both pictures like right next to each other. And I'm like, no, like, what are you guys doing? Like that's how you ruin players,
Yeah.
you know, by putting that. I mean, that expectation, but you know, just the comparison, like saying, oh, they're both, you know, they're equally as
Yeah,
good as
right.
each other. At
See,
this point.
I'm a Cubs fan, so we don't do that because that's like cursing and like
Yeah.
bad luck. Like we try
Yeah.
to stay
A
away
lot
from
of
that.
superstition and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, let's like just chill and like wait till
Yeah.
he gets
Let him
good.
play.
Yeah. That's another thing. Did you do you watch baseball? Like, are you a baseball fan?
Yeah, every once in a while. Oh, actually, I watch the playoffs. Playoffs, anything
Okay.
is amazing.
Yeah, like October baseball.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Yeah, I feel like
Everything gets really it gets kicked up a notch in the playoffs.
yeah.
That's true. Yeah. Even
Yeah.
with college basketball, like I'm not gonna lie, like I don't watch college
Oh,
basketball.
I got
for
really
shit.
into it this year for March
Yeah.
Madness.
Yeah.
I watched like the first 2 rounds. I missed like 4 games, I think.
Jesus.
Just like I just put it on a screen at work, and I was just watching everything.
One
Yeah.
of your 3 screens.
Yeah, one of my 3 screens was dedicated just college basketball, and then one day I even went crazy, opened up 2 tabs, watched 2 games at the same time.
That's
Damn,
wild.
reckless.
That's
That
beast.
was wild.
I'm impressed. But I don't really watch like baseball like that. Like the only time I ever went to a baseball game was just because when I worked for Guaranteed Rate,
knew it.
Guaranteed Rate
That was-
Field.
that was my
They're like, "Hey,
follow-up.
yo, here, have these tickets. No one wants to go." I was like, "All right, dope, I'm down."
That's fair.
So we were sitting in I don't know where the fuck we were sitting. But yeah, we had like this dope little seating,
Yeah.
food, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, the whole shindig.
That's cool, man.
Fireworks too.
Ooh,
See?
it wasn't even the 4th of July, I bet.
Bro. Oh, that's true because they do fireworks on
Yeah.
the south side. Yeah.
Don't
See,
they do
like
them
every time
just
they hit a
for,
home run and
home
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but like legit after the game, there were fireworks, like a little fireworks show. I was like, dope. So that's how you guys get people
Yeah.
to come.
Does that
Right?
even work? Like, do people go? Every time I see a picture of like the White Sox playing, it's empty.
Empty as shit.
Hey man, 05 though.
Nah, get out of here.
05, there was people sitting there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta remember that time.
I'll give them a couple of things, man. The being able to tailgate, that's really cool. I don't think that would fly in Wrigley at all, even if we had the space for it. Like people get too drunk, and then obviously like fireworks and stuff. But other than that, I mean,
Come on.
baseball's baseball. Like
Tell me a rapper that can pull off a Cubs hat and wear it cool. Come on,
let me
easy,
think.
Damn, he
easy.
fucked you up.
oh yeah, because if a
Dom
Cubs hat was
Kennedy,
black
Dom-
and white,
Come on, Dom Kennedy with the Sox hat, Easy with the Sox hat. See, that's my train of
Chance
thought.
Rapper had it for a while too. No.
That's how I picked my go-to team. I was like, damn,
What hat looks good?
Yeah, what hat looks good?
Actually, yeah, Easy did look cool as fuck with the Sox.
Right?
Damn.
That's it. You just convinced them.
Well, if you think about it, yeah, because then
See?
you got New York. I mean, Jay-Z never wore a Mets hat. Like,
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
true.
yeah,
Yeah,
It's dumb
New
looking
York
logo,
swag.
though.
all right, well, I guess that's that. No,
There
thank
you
you for
go.
tuning in.
Switching-
No,
switching
just
teams
end it
now.
there. No, I mean, I do.
Like that convince you?
I've been to a couple of Sox games this year. Like, I'm not completely biased. Like, yeah.
But I'm sure you went more for the ambiance and to get out because
Oh, yeah.
those tickets are cheap, $10.
Bro,
I'm there.
Super cheap. Yeah,
It's cheap. Remember, we were gonna plan an episode or like brainstorm something.
There?
And like, you want to go to the game and we'll do it there. Tickets
Yeah.
are like $7.
we were gonna meet up to like talk about the show, and I was like, "Hey, Renee, you want to go to Starbucks or do you want to go to the White Sox game? It's gonna be the same thing.
It's like
Like,
the same
That's kind
amount
of
of money.
crazy.
like you order a drink and you get like nosebleed seats over there.
Right?
Yeah.
They'll just let you in.
Pretty much. No.
I think we didn't go because of the parking.
Yeah, or I think yeah, something like that.
It was late.
It was late.
I don't
But
remember.
yeah, I'll go to a Sox game. Fuck it. Hey, let's go to a Sox. No.
I would go to a Sox game.
Yeah.
And I've been to Sox games.
So how do you wait? What?
Well, because when I was working as a summer camp counselor, we went to the Sox game once every
In 05?
every year. In 05.
How
In
is
05,
that?
you were
Watching
one
a
of
bunch
those.
of little kids, like you can't even watch the game.
You're probably
could.
watching the game.
They
You
just
didn't-
sit there. Honestly.
Oh, really? They don't like
were,
run around.
They were really entertained. It was amazing, honestly.
Oh, that's cool. You would think like a little kid would.
Yeah,
like,
I would
bored
think they
of
would get
sitting
really
there.
bored. Like I probably was more bored than them. Oh, and I went to a Brewers game too as well.
Oh,
I
really?
remember?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's dope. Yeah.
their stadium was cool. I like their
Yeah.
stadium.
What's the weirdest sport you guys have watched? Like,
Live?
or yeah, like you don't necessarily have to be there, but like you sat down and you're like, oh shit, this is going on. Like, let me watch this for a second. Cause like I mean I guess it would kind of make sense that for me when I was in college, like I would watch the marathon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Well, because I know like what's going on. Like I'm watching it and I'm looking at mechanics and like I can appreciate what they're doing. But like, what's the weirdest thing that you guys have like legitimately
Just
sat
like
down?
just happened to watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I mean, even just like flip to
yeah.
Ooh.
What's the one with the
with the sweeping. that
yeah.
one's cool too.
What is
With the kettle, the fucking...
it's like shuffleboard but human?
Yeah. That one's dope.
No, cricket. I think it's called.
The one with the paddle.
With the paddle, and they
Oh,
got
yeah.
like the one dude standing in the middle,
Yeah.
with, like the horseshoe thing.
Oh,
Is that
Oh.
cricket?
is that
No.
cricket?
The
I don't
cricket's
know.
like where he throw... Like, he
Yeah, it's a ball.
whips the ball at the batter, and then
Yeah.
he has
it's
like a
kind of
paddle.
like baseball.
Yeah. That's what I'm
Okay.
thinking of.
You know, those games
I
are
saw that.
super long.
I had no idea what was happening, but I watched that for a while.
Yeah, that is kind of cool.
It just happened to be on. I was like, okay.
A couple of months ago, I was flipping through the channels and I saw 3-on-3
The big
winter volleyball, like snow
that's the big three, bro.
That's the big
the
three?
big three with fucking ice cube. No. Yeah, no, it was winter volleyball, so it was like beach volleyball, but
Yeah.
in the snow, and like they had like gloves on and shit. Like
That's
it was
wild.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah, it was really cool. Oh, that guy just got hit in the face. It was really cool, and it was new. Like I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
I think that should
Why
be a
were they
winter
playing
sport.
outside?
I don't know. I think
in
they
the
were up in like
winter?
Russia or something.
With that.
Yeah,
They're down with that.
But it was super cool. Like they had like Under Armour on, and they weren't wearing jackets. Like they just like
Yeah.
a jersey
Right,
with like
yeah.
Under Armour, and then like gloves, and essentially it's like the same thing as volleyball. But
But
I've gotten
cold.
into like beach volleyball. Like that's really dope. I don't know if you
Yeah.
ever watched it. Like it's like 2-on-2.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's really fun, man. We went to the AVP, which is they have like a tournament, and they had it here in Chicago last summer. And it was a funny story. The way I got into it was I was watching a vlogger by the name of the McKibben brothers,
Yeah.
and they're really good at volleyball. So I found them out through YouTube, and then I saw that they were coming. So I was like, all right, well, let's go to the tournament. Chances are we'll run into them. You know, like it'll be fun. So that was my whole thing. Like, all right, I got to meet these guys. And then as soon as we walked onto the beach, there's a shitload of people, like thousands, right? And then I told my girlfriend, I was like, you know what? We got to meet them. As soon as I'm telling her, bro, I see him walking by with a camera, like he's vlogging, and I'm like, yo, that's him. Then she's like, go talk to him. So I try to go, but as I'm going, like he's walking away, you know,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to like chase him. So
Yeah.
I was like,
You want to be that guy?
Yeah, I lost my chance, you know. That was,
Yeah.
yeah. It's nothing to do with sports, but
No, but it's cool.
Uh,
You
That's
almost
super
got
cool.
to meet your hero.
I almost got to meet him, bro.
The sport that I recently just started getting into is Formula One racing.
Oh, no way.
I looked at tickets, and that
It's
was it.
expensive, isn't it?
And that was it.
Yeah.
That's where it stopped. Yeah, that's where it stopped. I looked at him and I was like, yeah, I'm cool.
Wow.
I'm good. That's a few hundred McChickens.
Oh shit.
You know.
Yeah, I've never really tried watching any racing.
Yeah,
Any car racing, I guess.
Yeah, I
To be
mean,
specific.
I would probably like. I mean, I definitely watch Formula One over NASCAR,
Uh-huh.
but just for the fact that I don't want to watch, drivers go 200 laps in the same oval pattern. Like when it comes to Formula One, it's twists and turns and kind of
Right. It
things. It's a little bit
Changes it up.
a little cooler. And I mean, the cars look a little cooler too.
Yeah. What's
true.
the racing with like the drift and stuff? That's
Tokyo Drift.
yeah, it's a great movie.
Fast and
Yeah.
Furious.
Oh,
You mean the monster?
yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know what it is, but I know Monster's dedicated to like all that extreme sport kind of stuff.
that's cool. I would
Yeah.
I would like to see that live. Like that'd be cool. I don't
Ooh,
know.
maybe motocross stuff. Watching live, that might be cool.
That would be cool.
Monster truck.
Maybe a monster truck. Yeah.
Yo, I
Just
went
watch
to,
stuff get
uh,
smashed.
I went to Nitro Circus one year.
Uh-huh.
That shit was
Ooh.
crazy. Yeah, like seeing them go off the ramps and stuff.
Yeah.
That was dope.
I feel
Or-
like that'd be cool to watch live, but
Yeah.
I never would want. I never want to watch it on TV or something.
Yeah, and it was cool. I was going to school downtown, kind of right by Morris, Robert Morris. It was a broadcasting school, and one of my classmates had tickets, and he's like, "Hey man, do you want to ditch class and you want to go check this out at the United Center?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's go." So he had 4 tickets. We ended up taking like 2 random people, and we skipped class and we hopped on the train and went down to the United Center, and it was like the coolest thing. So he was a veteran, so he got like super VIP seats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're sitting up close, and like you just see them go off the ramps and stuff, and like with the motorbikes and stuff, it was really cool.
Man, the other sport I would actually want to watch, I saw it on ESPN when I was flipping through the channels, but I didn't stay there long enough. Beanbag toss.
Yo,
They have that on
Damn,
ESPN
really?
now. It's legit, bro.
Shit. Wait, I gotta check that out.
That's
I think they call it like cornhole or something.
yeah.
Like that.
I think that's just one of those things where it's just so extreme.
yeah.
Like I have what are you doing? Like I have to watch that because it's just
Imagine how good they are. Like they just always make it.
like I got past e-gaming. Like I got past the fact that that's considered a sport.
Yeah.
But like when I started seeing people like toss that bag out, I was like, damn, like that's legit, bro. Like you
that's
guys
a
made
skill,
it. You guys
yeah.
made it.
Technically, they're athletes.
They gotta work that arm.
Yeah.
6-figure deals.
Shit.
That's crazy. No.
You think they're so
fucking Mike
good they
Trout.
can do it with both arms?
Oh, that's actually a good
You know?
question.
Give rest on
Ambidextrous?
one arm. Yeah, because you can't overwork it. Because then what are you gonna do? You're gonna be out of a job.
Oh
That's
yeah.
true, yeah.
When I was in college, like I'd always be at the trainers, cause shit, putting on all those miles, legs always hurt.
What do you mean? What did you do?
Running, crossing track.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You just had no context.
I know. I was
before,
like,
right?
wait.
No,
I
yeah,
didn't
my bad,
realize
my bad.
that You drove to class.
yeah,
Like, what do you-
no. Yeah, so
You
you
just
know,
right down the you just take the highway down the.
yeah, so you know that's why I was I was into like the running sports. Like that's why I would watch the marathon. That's why I would watch like Diamond League, like
Gotcha,
track, all that stuff. But 80 miles a week, I was putting more miles on my body than I was on a car.
That's
So always consistently like with the trainers, and I mean it was super cool too. But then like when I saw like a esports gamer come through, I was like my thought was like, man, what's wrong with you? Like, you're
Carpal
just
tunnel
playing.
syndrome
Yeah,
probably.
like come on, what do you have? Like a headache? Like what's going on here?
And
And
dizzy? What are you doing?
yeah,
No.
hey, and not to bash anyone because I do watch people play video games on YouTube because it's kind of dope.
And they make a lot of money, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
to-
sponsorships are crazy. For
To
that.
see like people like play Street Fighter like
Yeah,
that.
high level.
Yeah,
people.
like the people that I can't even get a hit on.
Yeah.
That's done.
Oh, I guess I didn't even think about that. Like I watch a lot of that on YouTube as well. Like,
Yeah.
people at like fighting game tournaments. Like,
Yeah.
I'll just watch like the whole 3-hour competition
Oh,
of them fighting.
for sure. Oh, not even that. I usually just like pop in between, like, because you know how you have your usual people that are like super, super good, like Sonic Fox
Yeah.
and like a few other people. Like, I usually go to them because, like, what is it the other day? I looked up a video, like, Daigo actually losing,
Yeah.
which is like supposed to be like the best Street Fighter player.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, he actually lost. I was like, whew.
How was the reaction to the guy that beat him?
I mean, he was chill.
Yeah.
Wow.
See, most
Yeah.
of them are really chill.
Yeah.
Beat the
afterwards.
best person in the world.
Well,
It's really rare when like at the end of the matches,
Really?
like there's
Yeah.
been one dude, I can't remember who it was, but like he like that's what he was known for. Like he would get in people's face and like start like yelling at them and shit.
Obnoxious.
Yeah. But he was like the only dude that did that.
Oh,
yeah,
man. That's crazy, man. The fact that they're just playing video games all day.
I swear. But and that too, like being in college and having like an esports team. Like there was one dude that I had him in, I think it was my accounting class, and he told me that he was gonna like just drop out because he had like received an offer from a team in California to play League of Legends,
Yeah.
and he was just
Okay.
gonna do it. And
Nice.
but he told me like that his day just consists of like as soon as class is done, which was probably like at 2,
Yeah.
gaming
Goes home
all
and plays.
day.
Yeah.
Like that's
I mean,
wild.
that's their practice.
Yeah.
And they just
Essentially,
happen
yeah.
to be able to do it for more than 4 hours or like something more strenuous physically, you know?
Yeah.
It makes sense. Like if you're
Yo, they
trying
have
to-
really cool chairs. Have you seen those
yeah,
chairs?
they do.
those are nice
Those are
chairs.
pretty nice chairs.
I mean, if you're gonna be sitting in it for like 18 hours a day or something.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
for sure.
I walked into the Microsoft office and like on the armrest, like they have like the little, like they have a little section where you could just kind of like put your hand there, and like they have like little separate like finger
holes?
divider. Yeah, not finger holes, but like finger dividers. Like if you just like if you were to just rest your hand,
Yeah.
like that, like there's like on the armrest, like you could literally just put
Like
your
little grips.
yeah,
Little, like,
yeah, it's
grooves?
kind of like weird. Yeah, like
Oh,
little
that's
grooves
cool.
in the armrest. I was like, damn, it's kind of crazy.
You think it massages their fingertips, bro? Nah.
Some-
If you
something
get,
well,
like, the $500 model,
right?
Yeah,
comes with
right.
the free massage,
Ooh, and then you get heated hand pads.
Right? Or if it's not
heated
there,
and ventilated.
Oh, bro, that's hey.
hey, copyright that. Foresight,
Yeah, for real. No
right?
kidding.
Microsoft, come at us.
Damn, that's dope. No, I'm not thinking about it.
Or are you telling them it's dope?
Nah. I don't know, because they're probably thinking it's dope too. No. Yeah, that's
this
cool,
motherfucker's
man.
talking about a chair.
I know. Right? Like, where have we come to? You're fucking
Yeah, I was about to say,
episode.
like, yeah, how do we veer off? So back to basketball.
Yo, how do you think KD's gonna do in Brooklyn, man?
Ooh, well, he's not going to do that well next year because he's not playing.
Yeah, of course.
But-
He's gonna be
But once
shit.
once he gets back on his game,
Yeah,
I
once he
mean-
comes back.
KD's KD. What? 7'10". 6'10", 6'11".
yeah.
Super
Fucking
crazy
7'10".
wingspan. Like the dude's gonna be able to shoot over anyone. Like that's without a fact. Like he's probably gonna be, like in my opinion, he would probably go down as like one of the best offensive players that has ever been in the game, just because his size, he's kind of unguardable. I mean, especially too since he's kind of developed a little bit of a post game. Not really, but you know,
He's got time to
Yeah.
develop it more though.
especially since he's injured. It's like,
Did it hurt you a little bit seeing him trying to play in the finals?
oh no, not at all.
No. Were you rooting for the other team? Or?
I had no
Interest?
horse in the race.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I was just, if I could be real though, I was kind of like, man, I kind of hope that Golden State doesn't win, just for the fact that I got tired of them winning.
Right.
But then I thought, and I was like, damn, this is probably how everyone felt about the Bulls in the '90s. So now I was cool
They
with
got
it.
2 years off in the middle.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know, the other people had time to shine.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then what
so-
happened? Houston won 2 years in a row. Congratulations, you're just losing to a different team now.
so so I was cool with that. But I mean, I was just obviously coming from like the athletic side. I was a little bit more concerned just of the simple fact that like it was the exact same injury that Kobe had.
Yeah.
At least the first time he got hurt, you know, we all saw when Kobe landed, he was running back, and then he looks back like if someone kicked him.
Right.
So then I saw KD, and I was like, damn, he probably just tore his Achilles. And that, I mean, at first it was just, you know, the low calf strain.
Mm-hmm.
But then, I mean, it's the dude just lets too much get to his head, if we could be completely honest.
Yeah.
Because, you know, as an athlete, you know your body. If you're not really in the best circumstance, you shouldn't be playing. But then it's kind of weird with him because he's still like a prized commodity even when he's hurt.
Right.
Just having him. On the
Yeah.
team.
Yeah. So with that, I'm like, you can't really say that he made the wrong decision. Like, yeah, he's going to lose a year of basketball, but he's still getting paid.
Yeah, he's still making his money.
Yeah.
He
true.
still signed the contract.
Yeah.
He still has the Nike
Yeah.
shoes popping. Like that's
Yeah. So you can't really say that, like, he did anything wrong with that. But for me, it was just upsetting in the fact that he let other people get into his head. And I mean, he's known to do this.
yeah.
Excuse me. Like, he's responding to people on Twitter. He's
Using
responding
fake accounts,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know, he's responding to people on Instagram. Like,
Wait. Go back. He used fake
You didn't hear
accounts.
about- yeah, he would make like burner accounts to
Shut
go
up.
and like talk shit to people who were talking shit about him.
Yo, that's
Yeah.
kind of creepy. That's
Yeah.
a little creepy.
and like, once you know that, like, it kind of puts it into perspective that this dude just let other people influence his decision of coming back and playing.
Yeah.
Because you had ESPN talking shit saying like, oh, he doesn't want to help them win. That's why he won't come back.
Right.
You know, then you have that, and then obviously the public's going to follow anything that ESPN generally has to say. So then people are going to be talking shit to him.
Yeah.
Comes back, tears his Achilles. But I mean, he's getting paid.
Yeah.
So we can't
true.
really be upset. You know, those are rich people problems.
That is true. Yeah. If you think about it, like, what he's just gonna have to take a year off, like,
Yeah.
Just
hey, come back.
And then he'll come back and then he'll play with Brooklyn and they'll
But
get
then
to, like,
again,
the
if you
second
think
round.
about it in a mental state, like, yo, that's a whole year of not being able to do what you love. Like,
True.
now he has to watch everything, like, kind of like
Everything shift.
either
without him
crumble
there.
or like he
Yeah.
feels like it's crumbling. Like, I don't know if you've seen the Derrick Rose documentary.
no, not yet. I've been
okay,
meaning
but-
to watch it.
It's a good
There was
watch.
a point where they showed him when he got the call that he was getting traded to New York, and like just seeing him cry shows like his passion for the game.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, for him not being able to play and then getting that call that he's getting traded, like it really showed what people don't see
Yeah,
by watching ESPN. You
no,
know,
for sure.
So I'm pretty sure KD's going through the same kind of feelings where
Yeah.
he's just like, "Fuck, what am I going to do now?" You know?
No, for sure.
Yeah.
But actually, back to Derrick Rose. That was like one of the happiest moments for me when he dropped 51.
Oh, recently?
52?
Yeah, or was it 52?
I think it was 52.
Yeah, when he got to the 50s, I was watching that game and I was like, and I was super happy. Like
Yeah.
I was just because obviously especially at that point, rape allegations,
Yeah.
So many injuries, being traded to so many different teams, and like now the dude kind of like has success again, where he's kind of able to turn back the hands of time and have that moment. Like that hit home. Yeah, that hit
it was
home
nice.
for sure.
It was a good moment.
What I liked about that time was when he came back to Chicago, was playing Chicago, and then at the free throw line, everyone was chanting
the
for him.
MVP
Yeah.
chants?
MVP, and then you see the little smirk,
Yeah.
like, all right, cool, like he feels it, like,
Yeah.
that was dope, man.
Yeah.
How do you think he's gonna do with Detroit?
Oh, did he get traded?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. He got
signed
announced.
a 2-year contract with Detroit.
He got
He's
announced
gonna-
today, I think.
Today or yesterday? Yeah.
Yes, last night.
I mean-
it got signed recently.
Yeah, he still has gas in the tank, so I think he should be okay.
gonna
But
be good.
obviously,
So, yeah.
I'm excited for him to be a starting point guard again.
That's
yeah.
gonna be dope.
Obviously, like the bigger thing with them is what Drummond and Blake Griffin kind of
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
working together, because you have two big men. You should, even in a league where it's all about small ball now, I feel like you should be able to capitalize on
And have
two big men.
big bodies like that.
Yeah.
Especially with like how mobile both of them are,
Yeah.
because like it's not like you have a Marc Gasol and someone else,
So you have two very agile big
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not clumsy and they don't take up space.
Yeah. So like with that, like I'm hoping that they should be good, and I mean I'm at least hoping. Well, it was, I think he was maybe like averaging close to 20 this year.
Yeah,
like
he was
Derrick
like at
Rose.
18 point something
Yeah, so I'm happy that he's kind of getting back to that.
to the level that we've seen him produce at. I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
And I mean, he's not going to be able to get back to like what he was
Right.
MVP year, which is kind of weird. It was also something that I kind of thought about, because it was like both him and Russell Westbrook had the same injuries,
Mm-hmm.
but then like Russell Westbrook is like killing it.
It's different bodies.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
it's probably just the way they
Yeah.
adapted to.
Yeah.
Because like I mean, we look at both, and you look at Russell Westbrook, and like the dude's like he's sturdy.
fast.
His
Yeah.
frame is
Yeah.
like crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then not to mention too that just even then if he didn't have that frame, mentally speaking, I'm pretty sure he's just like down to burn like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
'Cause
agree.
He's down to like just burn out his body.
Yeah.
And then when he retires, it's like, fuck it, I don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Like,
But like back to your question, like I'm hoping he does well. Like I really am. I'm a big like fan of any Chicago athlete.
Yeah,
So like, which I maybe should have done when D Wade came back to the Bulls. I was contemplating getting a jersey. 'Cause I was a fan of him too. Like even before they won the title and all that stuff, like seeing him play like in the early 2000s, I was like, damn, like this guy's
yeah,
dope.
this guy's dope.
Him, Tony Allen, Anthony Davis, Derrick Rose, like all those dudes,
Jabari
like
Parker.
yeah, like super cool. Like if it were up to me, like even if all of them like had injuries, like they would be on the Bulls. Like I'd be cool with
Just
that.
keep them all.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
like they could all like be coming off like a crazy injury and like just be healthy to play the next year, and I would want them on the Bulls for sure.
See,
Yeah.
that's what I thought that they were gonna do with Rose. Like I didn't expect them to like get rid of him. Like like,
Yeah.
honestly, like they should have kind of waited in a bit, but like
I mean,
on a financial state, like
Yeah.
that didn't make sense for them to keep him.
I mean, from the organization's point of view, though, they had already waited 3 years at that point. And like,
Had we had lost to the Cavs that many times already?
Yeah, that
Or
was bad.
I feel like one of them when we met. I feel like the early one we might have lost to Boston,
yeah.
but yeah, I remember losing.
Oh,
to
that
the
was
Cavs.
when this guy wanted to fight LeBron, right? When he kept dancing and like LeBron kept dancing and Joakim Noah was
Yeah.
getting pissed. That was a good time of basketball too. I enjoyed that.
It was
Losing
fun.
to the Cavs all those times, like
It was fun to have a good team in Chicago.
yeah, it was cool, man.
But it's
I did want to go back to Denver. Not Denver.
you
let's
want to
go
go
right
back to
now.
Denver?
Let's go back to Denver.
Let's
yeah,
go.
let's go.
No, to Detroit. How I feel like a lot of people forget about it because it happened so long ago and there was so much basketball after the fact. But Blake Griffin came back and he played through injuries through that whole first
Yeah.
round series, and
Yeah,
like
he
that
did.
was a lot of heart for him to go out and do that. Because like nobody at that point, like the doctors hadn't cleared him, like the coaches were telling him not to play, and he played just because he felt like he owed it to the city. I guess.
Yeah. See, and that's another thing too. I had heard that he had been plagued with injuries as well. So and I'm guessing, well, having this whole time off, hopefully, like he takes the actual,
Yeah.
time off,
Yeah.
just so you can heal those wounds, and they should be like a lot better. They
Yeah.
should be much better
Should be a good team because I mean
Yeah,
they made the
right?
playoffs.
yeah, and he wasn't flying around the way he was before. I mean, given he doesn't have the same style of point guard and things
Yeah.
like that, but the dude still should be able to dunk on you if you're in the lane.
Oh, yeah, if you're
from the
getting
free
in his
throw.
way, yeah.
Yeah. So
You know what's crazy? The big man spot, like they've come a long way. Like they've adapted to a different type of game.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I remember the big man was always just getting rebounds and like just
They were just
passing
Shaq.
it up.
Yeah.
But now like they're actually shooting more and like their mid range is crazy now.
Yeah.
Like who's that guy that was shooting those threes? This
Literally
playoffs.
everyone.
I know, but no, everyone
Ibaka
was like-
was hitting some of them.
Who?
Oh,
Serge
Ibaka.
Ibaka was hitting
Yeah,
some of
yeah,
them.
yeah.
Marcus Gasol was hitting. a
Yeah,
lot.
Draymond Green was hitting
Draymond Green.
some
Yeah,
of them as
yeah,
well.
I don't like that guy. Nah.
He was
Like
hitting a surprising amount of threes.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he was hitting some of them too.
That guy's a freak.
Monster.
Nah,
He's a freak.
That's all you can say, really. He's
Literally.
a freak.
He's Greek.
Greek
Yeah.
freak.
Yeah. Yo, his shoes nice. No.
Yeah, they are pretty cool too, though.
Well, Anthony Davis. I mean,
Yeah,
I know
him
he
as
wasn't,
well.
But he shoots a lot of threes.
Yeah, I never really cared for AD.
It's because he's been in a small market, man. That's
Yeah,
why.
you think so?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Watch, he's gonna blow up this year.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, yeah,
that's what it is.
he's a. I forgot that was going on. No. Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, shit, like, dude, like anybody on the Lakers is prime
Dude,
time. You
yeah.
know, like, yeah.
But
Spotlight's
they
gonna be
just
on
got to
you.
get anybody on the Lakers. Speaking of the Lakers,
Oh God, yeah.
they got 3 rostered players right now still.
But back to your point of letting D Rose go too soon. I mean, that could just be, you could point that finger towards the what is it, the GM?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because what was it? Tibbs was trying to draft Draymond Green when they got Tyrese Thomas.
yeah.
Was he really?
Yeah, like
I
he was
didn't
trying to get like a whole bunch of like people that are like that have been playing really really good over the last few years. Like where was? I mean, obviously Tyrese Thomas is probably retired now,
I think so. Yeah,
but like the last few years or even after the Bulls, where was he? He probably went to Dallas. I think he played there for like a year or two. Then he went to like
I think he played in
the
China.
D League.
I think he did the D League, and I think he played in China.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Like that's just a bunch of bad like front
office stuff.
moves. Because I mean, look at OKC, like all their success. Look at obviously Golden State, bunch of heavy
Yeah.
hitters, but
Yeah. But
even
they
then,
had before the only thing that they did was they traded for Durant or they signed Durant. But before that, they already had.
I was
a
gonna say they
championship
developed
team.
their
Yeah.
their team from the start. Really.
yeah, like the base. Well, obviously they got Iguodala from the Sixers
I think it was
he
with
was
Denver
somewhere
that
else
year.
before
at
that.
that point.
It
All
was
right,
Denver,
so
yeah.
they got him from there, but he's not like apart from like the defensive end, he really wasn't going to change the game for you that much.
Right.
Yeah, and then they got KD. Obviously, getting rid of Monta Ellis was a big thing for them too because they ended up getting a whole bunch of stuff for him.
Remember when he was the face of the team though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a point where they
Yeah.
were considering like, do we trade Monte Ellis or do we
Right.
trade Steph Curry?
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So the front office like that's a big thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's been a lot of people here that have wanted the Bulls to get rid of their front office for a while.
Yeah.
But-
Fire packs.
Well,
You think they will though?
At this point now, they've blotched so many things and he's still there. So
Yeah.
I don't think anything's gonna happen. And it's just weird how like, bro, just
I'm cool. I'm
Figure
cool
it
with the
out.
team. Yeah, it's
I don't
cool.
I mean,
We'll
I like my tickets being slightly cheaper. Like they're still expensive because it's in
They're-
Chicago, but
Right. Yeah.
they're slightly cheaper now than if they were a playoff team.
Which I don't even understand why they're so fucking expensive. Like,
It's Chicago, man.
dude, literally, like, I remember a couple of seasons ago, I saw the G League instead of going to an actual Bulls game.
Yeah.
And it was, dude,
60.
yeah. Like, it was like fucking dope. It was a lot better than going to a Bulls
Yeah.
game. Yeah, it was cool. So I don't know, man. I guess we'll have to see how the season starts or next season, but
How it
Yeah.
shakes out. 'cause
How it
there's so
turns
many
out, yeah.
stuff.
Has there been any? I mean, obviously D'Lo to Golden State,
Yeah.
Durant to Brooklyn, Iggy to.
He's gonna end up with the Lakers, I believe, is the popular opinion right
but
now.
where's he?
Memphis.
Okay.
And then Memphis is supposed to buy him out and then sign with the Lakers.
Anything else apart from that?
I mean, AD to the Lakers.
AD.
Oh
the
yeah,
Lakers.
yeah.
I really want to see how Lonzo's going to be on a smaller market because we've only seen Lonzo play
Under the Hollywood
yeah,
lights.
when he was playing. Really,
He's probably going to be the only ball out there.
yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, Dad's staying in LA.
Julius Randle to the Knicks.
Oh yeah, I saw that as well.
They signed
And then-
Bobby Portis, Reggie Bullock, and they put together a really solid starting five.
Who the Knicks?
The Knicks, but people were just pissed at them because they're like, "Oh, what happened? I thought you were going to sign AD, and I thought you were going to sign Kyrie."
Kyrie?
Where's Melo playing?
Probably the Lakers.
You think so?
That's just my.
They haven't been announced, right?
That's just my uninformed opinion.
That would be kind of dope.
It
though,
makes sense.
For
The
him
Lakers
to play
need-
with LeBron. Like,
Yeah,
that
the
would be
Lakers.
dope.
The Lakers need players. He needs somewhere to play.
Yeah,
Sign him
they
for a
do
minimum.
need. They do need a shooters. They do need shooters.
Yeah.
I mean,
is he still? I mean,
You can
I think
play.
you could spot up.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you could just spot up and knock
Bring
him
him
down.
off the bench and throw him the ball in the corner and have him shoot a three.
Well, I mean,
But
yeah.
see, that's been one of the big things with him though, is that his ego is too big
Yeah.
for him to come off the bench.
I feel like
Yeah.
playing with LeBron will set it
settle him
straight.
down?
Yeah,
He'd
because
be like,
LeBron's
yo, just follow me and we'll be
Yeah.
all right. Yeah.
like if you want a championship, we do it this way. If not, your ass is sitting on the couch again.
Well, I don't know, man, because didn't the Lakers have a problem with LeBron's attitude, and like they had like player only meetings about how he would react to certain things, like.
And then that's why they got rid of all the players.
Bro, that's so
They were
crazy.
trying
though.
to.
Yeah, that's
got
so
rid of
crazy how
everyone.
they fucking just like, all right, well, LeBron's the king. Like,
Well, we're keeping LeBron and we're bringing in AD, and then we'll
everybody
figure out
else.
the rest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
we're keeping
crazy.
Kyle Kuzma. And
Right. That's
fuck
crazy.
everybody.
Did you see the meme where he's hugging like one of the like higher ups
Yeah.
on the Lakers, like some lady, and like there's multiple pictures of him like hugging her, and
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh, we see why you stayed, bro. Like,
Oh, no,
this is
that's-
why you didn't get traded. All right,
Yeah,
like,
that's the. I think that's the owner. I think
Is
her
she
name
the
is
owner?
like Jamie or Jesse Buss. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
because she was talking like the other day. I had ESPN on like in the morning, and I
You
was
watch
just
a lot of ESPN, huh?
no, not really.
No,
No, just whenever I
Just
was
happened to be on.
I don't know. For real.
yeah, like because like I said before, I do like I do work from home in the mornings before like I head out and just start handling stuff. So now I'll just probably throw on ESPN like just in the morning just to kind of see what's going on
Yeah.
with like other sports because I'm like just really invested in the soccer.
Yeah.
So then they were talking about her and she was talking about how she was hurt, that Magic left and this and that.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that might be who
Who
that
the
picture
owner
was
was.
with.
Probably,
Yeah.
yeah.
It sounds
What
about
happened to
right.
Magic? Why did he leave at the end of the day?
He's just like, yeah, fuck
Yeah.
this.
I could see him coming back though.
Think so?
Yeah,
Think they'll
well,
give him his
At least
job back.
yeah, at least like the type of relationship like that they had.
Yeah.
Well, supposedly Magic and her had like a really, really good relationship just because Magic was like really, really good friends with her dad, which
Yeah.
was the owner.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I could see him coming back
Maybe.
and just kind of like
He'll wait to see if they start the season off well, and then
Yeah.
he'll choose to come back.
because then too he was getting a lot of heat because he was the one that said, "Yeah, trade all the players. That's just that's
Yeah.
business."
And they
like
ended up doing that anyway. So.
yeah, like that's what he said. He got a lot of heat, so then you probably just go away for a few months, maybe a year, and then come back.
Yeah, let it simmer down a little bit.
Because even then, all right, you pick up Melo for the Lakers this year. I would maybe sign him for 2, just for the fact that you probably won't win the title this year.
This year will be like a practice run.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Practice run.
Right.
which is really it's kind of. I feel like LeBron has to be concerned with that. It's like, all right, so I got to waste a whole nother year because he's 34 now.
He could just be
Well,
out here,
yeah.
man.
Not only that, like he didn't play in the playoffs, so like
Yeah.
he sat while everybody else is
What
doing.
the fuck do you
so
mean
like
practice here?
yeah, like
Talking about practice.
wow, practice, nah.
He could just be out here. What is it? Executive producing albums, man. Just
Bro. 2
Again.
Chainz, man.
get out here, get on Kendrick Lamar's next album.
Let's go. Yeah, no, but
Yeah.
speaking of albums, this is a good segue. Yo, what's up with Drake, dude? Like Drake with the Raptors. Were you feeling Drake's like courtside
He wants
vibes?
the
Or?
chip with the dip or with the salsa.
Bro, that
Yeah.
was stupid as fuck.
Yo, he talked like a lot more than I feel like any other player did from Toronto.
Yeah, he really
He
did.
did the
He
talking
made
for
up
them.
for what Kawhi didn't do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just funny too because like I feel after they won, like because I think because it was on ABC or whatever.
Yep.
So then after they won, like they didn't even cut to like when they're interviewing one of the players. Like they immediately just cut.
They cut
to
to
Drake.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bro. That's ratings. Like
Yeah,
that's what
people
people
know
want
who
to see.
Drake is. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's funny. But I mean, he's made himself a brand,
Yeah.
like such a big brand, such a heavy hitter, up there with the Nike. So it makes sense that they're gonna cut to him.
Yeah.
he put in work. He was at so many games.
Bro,
Him
you
and
think
that
he got-
other guy, the guy with the turban.
Oh yeah, the fan. He's famous for being the #1 fan or whatever.
Yeah,
Do you think Drake pays for courtside seats, or they kind of just like, yo, you got your spot? Because isn't he?
I think he's like a major investor in that bank
Yeah.
that owns the stadium. They probably just give him the seat. Yeah, I forgot what the bank is. The
Okay.
name of the stadium. What's the stadium called?
Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know.
No, that's
what-
their fan section, right?
Yeah.
Whatever the bank that
Yeah,
owns the
that owns the
stadium is.
stadium.
Oh,
that's where he keeps the bulk of his money.
But I heard he's like also like a brand ambassador or something like that for the Raptors organization.
Like he's actually involved with the organization.
Yeah.
It's not just him buying courtside tickets every game.
And so to your question, he might actually just get them for free because so he's involved with the organization. I guess he's invested into whatever.
into the arena.
Yeah, into
itself.
the arena
they're
itself.
Just like, yo, you have your spot.
And like there's word I forget who I heard it from. Might have been ESPN as well. But that like during the off season, like or when they're getting back into the regular season,
Yeah.
like the Raptors train at his home.
Oh yeah.
Like he has
I heard
like
about
full
that.
court
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Damn.
They
Yeah,
use
like-
his house as a practice facility.
Yeah,
Oh, damn.
like that's
All right.
wild.
So he's
So-
like really involved with the team. I mean, he's not just
He's not just for showing it off. Like
Yeah.
he's not
okay.
Spike Lee.
Yeah. Ah, fuck Spike Lee. Yeah.
All right.
With the Knicks.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. So I guess it's safe to say we'll see him a lot next season.
Oh,
for sure.
for sure.
I don't know. Maybe
Maybe the
depends on
hype
how
of-
good the team's going.
Yo, you think they're gonna be as good as they were?
Oh,
Mm-mm.
they won't make it out of the second round.
you
it's
don't think
done.
so?
Nope.
Everyone had like a fantastic year. That was it. And then
I mean-
we have to see where Kawhi goes, if he goes anywhere.
I don't think he'll go anywhere. I think he'll stay.
But
Nah,
he doesn't like the cold.
He's going to L.A.
That guy's so awkward. Wow, imagine him in LA. Damn.
His laugh. His laugh in
That
LA.
laugh in L.A.
That laugh.
Forget it.
Damn.
I think
Yeah.
it's more likely that he'll go with the Clippers though than the Lakers.
Probably.
'Cause- just because he likes to make things difficult like that for LeBron.
And then too, like, yeah, I feel like everyone just had like a stellar year.
Yeah.
Everyone
did.
hit
Top to
like their
bottom.
peak
Yeah.
at the right moment. Cause shit, if we could be completely honest, if Clay doesn't go down, we might not be talking about them winning a title.
And
That's
he
true.
came back to shoot that free throw. Forget it.
We might not be
he was
talking
ready
about-
to go back in until I was
Yeah.
like, "Hey Clay, you tore your ACL, bro. You're not playing."
Yeah. He wanted to play.
Because I think weren't they leading at that point when he went down?
I don't remember.
Like
I believe so.
I think they might have been up by like 6. He goes down. He has like 30 something.
Yeah, he had like 30 something points.
Yeah,
because he was having a really good series. Every game that he played, he was killing it.
yeah. So like as soon as he went down, I was like, yeah, it's done. Like
Yeah,
this is a
the
wrap.
Rats game.
Damn.
And then like looking back on the series, I could be like, yeah, if Clay was in it,
Oh
Different.
yeah, if the Warriors had just Klay Thompson on top of their roster, they probably
Yeah.
would have won. Like maybe Raptors would have won Game 7.
yeah,
Like
I think it would have been tight. It would have gone
it
down.
would have been
to
a
the
really
wire.
close series. But then if Durant was there, it would have been probably the opposite of what we saw.
Yeah,
How do you think Steph Curry did overall in the finals? Do you
I
think he
mean-
could have played a little better? Or?
I mean he,
I think he did a good job.
yeah,
It had to be weird for him though, like especially that one game where he scored like 45 points or like 47 points, and then they lost.
yeah.
And it was like, bro.
He was like
Yeah.
looking at it, he was like, wait, I scored 45 points and we lost. Because that probably, hasn't
Yeah.
crossed his mind in, what,
Yeah.
6 years, 5 years maybe? He was like, yeah, I score 45, Clay will score like 30, like
Yeah.
somebody else will pick up, everyone else picks up like 20 points, then we win.
Nah, but no one
At
did.
this time,
Yeah.
Like, because when you look at Golden State, it's always like a standard of they hit threes. Everyone's like really really good shooters.
Yeah.
Draymond wasn't hitting anything from anywhere. Sean Livingston, nothing. Apart from Iggy.
Iggy had a really good game the
Yeah.
last game. He scored, what, like 20, 22, 28 points, something like that?
But like I mean, apart from that, he had the task of guarding Kawhi Leonard, which could
That-
be difficult in itself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that has
yeah.
to take a lot of
Yeah.
out of you.
Depending on how Kawhi's playing that day, like that could be
Yeah,
tough.
but like I mean, just to be able to guard like what I love to see Kawhi do, which Kobe also did, which Mike also did, when they spin baseline fadeaway like jumper, like you're not guarding
It's
that.
just demoralizing.
Yeah.
You're just standing there, kind of.
So like I think he did good. You can't do anything about it. Like no one else was scoring.
It's like when people are guarding Durant. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, you're trying your best. You're still gonna score.
Yeah,
Or like when you have 7 hands in front of Steph Curry's face and he just hits a 3 like nothing.
yeah, yeah.
It's
but
crazy how like players develop their like go-to move, right? Like that's so dope. Like James Harden with his little step back.
yeah,
That's
the
a
Euro
thing
step
now.
when he's
Yeah.
driving in.
the
travel Euro step, the double step
Yeah.
back.
the double, the step back and shoot. No.
Yeah,
but
just
uh,
Klay
Yeah, that's
Thompson
pretty
coming
dope.
off of a screen and shooting a 3.
In your face. No.
yeah, but I mean, with that, like even if you have a hand in your face, I mean, like Kobe said it best, like the rim's not moving,
Yeah,
so you should be able to
know.
hit. Yeah, you should be able to hit it.
Yo,
they've been doing it for so long at that point.
Yeah, that's true. Speaking of Kobe, this video came up today on my Facebook of him.
Jumping over a car.
No,
Jumping over an Aston
that would
Martin.
be cool though. No, I forgot who the player was, but they try to like fake him and like try to throw the ball in his face.
Matt Barnes.
Matt
Yeah.
Barnes, yeah,
With
and he
the
did not
magic.
flinch whatsoever. Like he
Yeah.
was just like,
Yeah, that was super.
that
dope.
was that alone was like that wasn't even he didn't do anything, but that was so cool. Like
Yeah.
The fact that he
that was such a Kobe thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was
There,
dope.
if one of my favorite books that I've read was his, I forget the name of
Is
the.
it,
I think it was a Showboat.
okay.
Yeah, but it's just like it goes into details, like just his mentality. Like the
That
dude's
Mamba
ready to
mentality.
fight, like that crazy. Like even in high school, like they would talk about how he would be pissed when practice was canceled.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Like if people
He's
didn't
gonna
do
fight the coach.
yeah, like if people didn't do the right thing, like he was ready to fight, like crazy,
Right.
like super zoned in, like always just kind of ready to go. So yeah, it's dope that like when you see that video, like, and especially when you know his train of thought, like at least kind of get an understanding of like what he's thinking.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of kind of puts it into perspective
Right.
that
It starts to make more sense.
yeah, that like he's just standing there and you just see him moving around just to kind of stay loose, but it's not phasing him.
Right.
That's dope.
Or I
He's just waiting for the ball to come back and play.
yeah.
It's crazy how we're gonna tell our kids like, damn, we saw Kobe play. Like
Yeah.
he was like prime Kobe. You know.
Well, you got to see LeBron play.
Oh, LeBron,
prime,
pro.
prime LeBron.
So
was it you? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
here, I was just gonna pose this question. So with that, who is the GOAT for you?
LeBron
LeBron?
for sure. Now quick.
like,
Well, the goat
Out of
of
that
all
you've
goats.
seen, or
All
like,
right.
because I feel
Well,
that's different.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's generational.
Yeah.
goats.
That's what I was gonna say. Because I
take
mean,
that back.
one can argue that.
you gotta take that back. Real
Yeah. I want to switch it up.
Because one can also argue that we could say Michael Jordan just for the simple fact that I remember, like, when we won the titles. Like, I remember the fireworks. I remember, like,
Yeah.
watching the games and, like, not truly understanding what's going on, but I was sitting there and I was watching it.
Yeah.
But for me, it would be Kobe just because that's where I grew up, like
Right.
the
You
2000s. That's
got
when I
to
knew what was going
see
on.
and
Yeah.
understand what was happening.
You know, that's funny. I clearly remember being in like middle school, like junior high, and being a big ass Allen Iverson fan. But like one of my classmates, shout out to Alberto, he was always a Kobe fan. He would talk shit. He's like, dude, Kobe's so much better.
Yeah.
Now looking back, it's like, damn, he was
Kobe's
right.
so
Yeah,
much
he was
better.
right. But I was a big Allen Iverson fan. But yeah, I guess so. You would pick?
I would
Michael?
pick. No, I would
You
go
said
Kobe.
Oh, Kobe. You're right.
I would go Kobe.
Because you got to experience it.
Yeah, because I was
Yeah.
there, I saw it, and obviously, like, even when you pick Kobe, or even when you pick like LeBron or Kawhi,
Yeah.
I mean, you're kind of, in a sense, still kind of pointing towards Michael Jordan and pointing at someone else. But yeah, I would go with Kobe without a doubt.
That's a good. Yeah.
Oh, but to you, like saying that Iverson was your favorite, like I mean, I respect that because he was a beast.
Yeah.
And then too, there so much has come out that like refs colluded to stop him from winning,
Yeah.
Right.
which is wild.
That's like a whole.
That's
another,
how good he was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
forced. Like you, not only do you have to play great, like you also have to like play against the refs.
Right. You
Like,
gotta beat the refs.
Like the fact that the system was against you, like that's crazy. And like he was still able to succeed. I mean, obviously you never won the chip, and it's
Yeah.
unfortunate, but
That's wild. I think. I mean, that was like who I loved watching, and then I found out who LeBron was, and then
then
just
it was
like
over?
LeBron after
Game
that.
changer?
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
it was just LeBron.
Yeah. So I get fuck it. LeBron would be my goat. Mm-hmm. No, I'm all thinking about it. Yep.
Trying to validate for yourself.
I know in my head I'm like, yeah, because then you got
what about
Yeah, I
you,
guess
Renee?
going with the argument of people that you've seen actually play
For you, it's Tracy McGrady.
has to be Tracy McGrady, hands
I
down.
knew it.
Who else could score that many points in 13 seconds?
What was it? What
the
was,
1.5 eyes. Yeah.
what was that? He played for Cleveland. He was bald in like early
Ilgauskas?
LeBron years.
The center. Is that what
Goodman?
you're talking about?
No, not good, man. Name's escaping me.
What
but
position did he play?
I think he might have played power forward.
Oh, that's probably that guy.
Goodman, right?
Drew,
He had a-
Drew Gooden.
Drew Gooden. There you go.
Yeah.
Not Goodman. Drew
Yeah,
Gooden.
there we are.
Kind of look like
Goodman.
Carlos Boozer a little bit.
Yeah, that was your
Yeah.
guy, right? Oh, Carlos Boozer's horrible.
Oh,
Oh my God, hold on.
He had the most immaculate hairline.
No, he did. He did. That beard was like spot on.
That's true. That was a thick ass beard. Yeah.
You
That's
try
what-
growing that.
I am.
So who would you go with?
I don't know. Going with what we said, I'd probably go with LeBron.
Yeah.
Just going to the finals that many times.
And
That, I
losing?
mean, that's still an accomplishment.
No,
though.
yeah, that is.
I mean, how many
Yeah.
times did like
Yeah.
Allen Iverson went there once? Like Paul Pierce by himself went there once. Like Kobe by himself, I don't think got there. But when he got there, he just won. So
Yeah. See yeah, and I can appreciate that too. Like I'm a fan of LeBron. Like I'm a fan of all athletes because it's just like I don't understand like what's obviously we have affiliations with certain teams, but it's like why? Like keep your affiliation, but just appreciate the greatness.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
No,
whether
I agree.
you get rocked by 60 points, like just appreciate the fact that you're
And somebody
probably
was so good.
Yeah.
that- yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
that you're going against probably like one of the best shooting teams of all time, and like
Yeah.
that's why you got rocked.
Yeah.
Instead of just hating on him.
I know there's a lot of people that hate him because he left Cleveland, but to me it's like, dude, you're not in love with Cleveland as a team unless you're from there. Then I understand, but it's not about the play or the team. It's more about the player. Like, if you love watching one player, that's who you're gonna follow. Like,
Right.
Yeah,
yeah, no, I agree 100%.
yeah. But I mean, the way he did leave Cleveland was kind of bogus. But
Oh,
I'm
having
over that.
Like
I'm over
hour
that.
Bro,
special on ESPN. That was kind of a dick move.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, would you rather do
Come
that
on.
or have him just like leave and like, hey, Twitter,
just-
like,
just
Yeah,
bounce.
just be a
Yeah, just
normal
do
fucking
that.
person.
Yeah.
nah, dude, you gotta go out, you gotta go.
Nah.
No,
Nah.
That was
No,
like
that's,
no,
I'm
but
pretty
then
sure
when
that's
but then
why
when
people
he
hated him.
but then
though.
when he got to Miami and they did that whole like
that
was
like,
stupid too.
rollout,
Not
like, the
two.
red carpet.
Not three.
Not three.
Bitch,
Yeah,
you won
that was-
one time
all right,
or
that was- yeah.
twice, right?
that was
They
kind
got
of like
two. They got two in Miami.
that was
too.
like the level of like presidential election kind of stuff, like last day.
Yeah.
Like that's what
Yeah.
it was.
yeah,
That was
that checkered shirt. I mean, that was
ridiculous. They just-
all right. That was a little over the top.
It
Yeah.
made it even better when they lost to the Mavericks.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was bad. I mean, that was a good team, but that was a bad team as well.
Yeah.
But
Who was on that team? Really? I mean, was
Nowitzki.
Jason Kidd still on that team? No.
JJ Barea.
JJ Barea. Yeah. Was Jason Kidd on it? I think he was.
Yeah, I think he
He
was.
still was playing, right?
JJ
Oh,
Barea,
the Jet.
Sean Marion.
Jason Terry,
Yeah,
Sean
Jason Terry.
Marion. I don't. Who's the
Tyson
center?
Chandler.
Was it?
Tyson Chandler.
Tyson
was
Chandler was
center.
on
He won a
Yeah.
chip?
He was a champion.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No.
With the Mavericks.
Sorry, I had to fact check this. I can't.
Ooh, our first fact check
Gonna
of the
fact
night.
I can't.
All right.
I can't do this.
Pretty confident in that.
What year was that?
6?
2006? Yeah.
I think
No.
so.
No.
All right, hold on.
It had to be more than that.
Yeah.
like 2000.
No, 2010, 2011.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Hold on.
My bad.
Alexis, I'm not gonna say that last name. JJ Barea, Corey Brewer, Karan Butler, Brian Cardinal.
Butler.
Oh, Tyson Chandler, you are right.
See, told you.
Brendan Haywood, Dominique Jones, Jason Kidd, Mahinmi, Sean Marion, Steve Novak,
Steve
Nowitzki,
Novak.
Steve Novak.
Deshaun Stevenson,
Co-writer of The Office.
and
There you
Jason
go.
Terry.
They just had a deep team. Like they didn't have a standout. Like Dirk was their standout superstar.
And you know what else
But
they
he's-
had?
Yeah.
A 7-footer that could fade away with his leg up. You weren't reaching that.
Bro.
you weren't reaching that.
It's
Not
like
even-
you play defense, get hit in the nuts, or like you just let him shoot
Just let
and
him-
like back up. a
Why
little
do you
bit.
think Draymond Green started kicking people in the
Right.
nuts?
that's his inspiration.
He saw him do it. He was like, "Ha!"
I used to
Alright.
hate Nowitzki's shot though. Like I never liked.
It just looked ugly.
It
and,
looked
like,
ugly as
super
shit.
slow.
like he's just big and lanky and like, but it goes in all the time. Like, yeah,
So you just hate that it works.
yeah. I was never a fan of him. I don't know.
So if you were to, what's like one player that you're kind of disappointed didn't win a championship?
Tracy McGrady.
Tracy McGrady.
That's a good one.
He had so much like swag and
Yeah.
he was so good and like even Vince Carter too. I mean, if they would have
Yeah.
played together and kept playing together and won the championship, that would have been an epic ass like story.
Yeah.
Would've
30
been.
for 30. Like that would have
But
been.
then Kawhi Leonard would show up and still be the greatest Raptor of all time.
dope. Well, you think so?
He's the greatest Raptor
I
of
don't
all
know.
time, hands
Vince
down.
Carter did a lot for Toronto.
Did he win a
on and off the
championship?
court?
Oh, I thought you said. I thought I heard you say rapper. I was like, huh?
Greatest Raptor.
Yeah,
of all
I
time.
was just nodding along, and I was
He
like,
has a- he
wait,
has a
Damian
mixtape
Lillard's
out.
kind of a good rapper too, but
I mean,
He
Damian
has
Lillard's
bars.
all right.
Yeah, he does.
He's good.
Yeah.
But no, hands down, you can't say anybody's a better Raptor than
Than
Kawhi
Kawhi.
Leonard because he showed up, took the team to the championship, and won Finals MVP.
actually, let me
in
correct
one
that.
year.
Drake probably took the team to the championship on his bus,
Shit, you're right.
They probably
Probably.
pulled up with Drake. Yeah.
They probably
Yeah.
travel using
OVO.
Drake's jet.
right?
for real that big ass jet he bought.
Yeah.
Yep.
Stayed
That's
in
why
I
he
don't know,
bought
man.
it. He
I wanna-
expensed it to the team.
I want to argue and say that Vince Carter was one of the greatest Raptor of all time. Because if you think about it, when he
I can argue that
he
too.
got I don't know, did he get traded or he just went?
He got drafted there.
right?
yeah, I
Like,
can argue that.
Toronto basketball was irrelevant. Like there was
Right.
like, oh, we play basketball up here, and then you know,
It's too
like,
cold to play basketball, guys.
yeah, and then I mean, I was watching this thing on ESPN about him and like what he did for the city, and like he would bring
Yeah.
like all these like stars from like Hollywood and come revenue went up in
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
city, but as far as championship, I mean, obviously he didn't win one for the city, but
I feel
don't
like the city was even more accepting for Kawhi Leonard than for for Vince Carter, because like the city was like they literally gave Kawhi Leonard the whole city.
you think
And
The key to the
Well,
city.
they literally
the mayor?
essentially gave him the key to the city.
Wait, what does that key even do? Like, what does that symbolize?
Yeah, I've always,
I
always
don't know.
wondered.
Can it open? I mean, that's a big
it
key.
can
I don't
open
think that's going to
shit.
open up any doors.
Can you just present it and be like,
Yeah.
yo,
Hey,
let
yo,
me in?
key to the city.
Yeah, I'm trying to get into the mall. Come on.
But like, and then
It's 12:30 in the morning.
Right? like, I really haven't heard of any other organization or for any other player where they did what Kawhi did, what they did for Kawhi, where like he could get like free food in all these places, he could get like his taxes done, like he could do all this stuff for free, like all everywhere throughout the town or city of Toronto, they had these like billboard
The
thingies
town.
that they would. It's a big town.
Everything's free. Everything's free
Yeah,
for Kawhi.
Everything was free for Kawhi, just so he would continue
Really?
playing there.
See, man, but okay, so is that a love for the player, or is
Or
that
that's
fear
just-
that your player's going to
Yeah.
leave?
I think
Yeah, you don't fear people you don't love, or you don't
Wait,
fear
what?
for someone leaving that you don't love them.
No, because you would if you understood that the player loved the city as much as the city loves the
Yeah.
player.
Right, but the city loves the
Ooh.
player. That's why he's the greatest thing to the organization.
I don't know, man.
So
I'm
like
gonna argue that
they never petitioned to keep Vince Carter there or something.
because because they knew he would stay. Well,
he did it.
I mean, but
Well-
he stayed for a while. He was there for more than like 5 years.
Yeah, he
And
gave
then-
it a good shot.
And then too, mind you, they were never really put in a circumstance where they could win a chip. Like they didn't have.
right,
When was the last? Can we say that they built a team around Vince Carter for them to win a chip in the same way that they did for Kawhi Leonard?
Honestly, I can't name any other Raptor from that era.
Yeah.
no, but they
So-
had more.
Him and Tracy
They had more
McGrady.
time though. They went all in. They traded away their franchise player for 1 year of Kawhi Leonard.
Who
Like,
was it?
DeMar DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, you're right.
Their franchise players.
That's how irrelevant he is
Kyle
now.
Lowry.
Yeah, and then Lou Williams.
Lou
Was he on the
Williams?
Raptors then?
No,
No,
I don't think so.
Wasn't he playing with DeMar DeRozan?
Mm-mm.
Lou
Oh
Will?
no, it was
No, Lou
Terrence
Williams
Ross.
is-
Like big names. It was Terrence Ross, Kyle Lowry.
I want to say Lou Williams was on the Raptors.
Lou Williams. I don't think he was ever on the Raptors.
Can we fact check this real quick?
You were talking about Lou Williams, the guy who was on the Clippers, right?
Yeah, the dude with the little fro.
Yeah, I don't think he was ever on the Raptors. Where did he play before the Clippers? He played
I don't know,
in
In a small
Houston.
market.
He played in Houston before that.
In a small market, so I don't know. I
Uh,
want to say. I feel like he played. He might have played in. Oh no, yeah, he did play. Yeah, I think it was in Houston. It was either Houston
Yeah, he
or
played in
Dallas, like
Houston.
one of those two.
He played in Houston because I remember they had him and Eric Gordon, and they were both like in contention for Sixth Man of the Year.
Would you be happy with
Lou
that?
Williams played with the Raptors from 2014 to 2015.
Oh, so he was there pretty recently.
He was a 45 pick in the 2005 NBA draft. Jesus Christ. Yeah, he was there.
Okay, cool.
After the Hawks, he went to the Raptors in 2014.
Huh, I don't remember him there.
Yeah, me either.
I mean, he wasn't a fucking well-known player then, if you don't remember him.
Yeah.
So I guess.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
that's the point. Yeah. That one guy is the only one, the one that you said, Terrence Ross.
Yeah, because he was
Just 'cause
just
he would
big
dunk.
body. Yeah,
Mhm.
I think he kind of looked like J Rock too, but that's beside the fact.
No, but what were we going to say then?
Man, I forgot what I was gonna say, but Redemption was a good album. That's just my.
My 2 cents.
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
my 2 cents. I mean, since I'm on the topic of J Rock, now I forgot what I was gonna
Yo,
say.
better
Though.
than what's the one with the 5 fingers?
Is that Absol?
Like
No,
Tall?
was that Absol?
I think that was
J
Absol.
Rock's last album was it 3000 2005?
No, oh yeah, no, yeah,
You know
it was
what I'm talking
definitely better than that.
Ooh, okay.
It was better than that.
Yeah, man. Well, I guess for sports, that was pretty good. Dive into the NBA and how
Yeah,
you feel about
honestly.
it. Yeah, good shit, man. What don't you know? Like you know a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Yo, can we
No
just
shit.
pull up something real quick that we have written down here just to like run? Can we do like a quick like you want to do like a hot like what speed round?
Okay.
So come up with like 3 questions right off the top, and you got like
So I got to think of 3 questions quickly. You know how hard
speed
that is?
round for everybody. No. All right, you ready? It could be
No,
about anything.
I'm not. You
gotta
can think of
You better hurry
you
up.
can think of the
All right, here we
questions.
go. Name 3 rappers off TDE.
Oh, that's
I don't
easy.
even know what the fuck that
Isaiah
is.
Rashad, ZZA, and Schoolboy.
Damn, and he didn't even give you Kendrick. That's how fucking
I don't know what TDE is.
bro. Top Dog, the rap group label?
It's going way
You know
over
who
my
they
head
are.
right now.
Compton? No.
Compton.
Oh, L.A.
Wow. Oh yeah.
LeBron.
Well, oh, there you go. No.
And plus, I mean, that's easy. That's
Okay. Yeah.
that's a big group. Who doesn't know?
Well, is it? Yeah, I guess. Well, Renee didn't know it. No.
You know who they are.
Do you know who
I know
Dreamville
who the
is?
people are. I didn't know what that group is.
What about Dreamville? You know
Yeah,
Dreamville.
Let's
No.
ask you these questions.
Ooh,
I feel like
no
this
idea
would
what
be
it
better.
Yeah, let's test knowledge. Renee's
This
music
is
knowledge.
not going to be very interesting. It's
Come
going to
on,
be
we
me
got it.
saying I
Dreamville.
don't know.
We got it. Just give it your best shot, even if you don't know. Make some shit up.
Apart from J. Cole, who else is on
Oh,
Dreamville?
there it goes.
Well,
That was my only.
That was it?
And that was a guess, too. I wasn't confident in that.
who toured with Taylor Swift in 2015?
Oh, easy. That was, no.
Imagine.
This guy. I'm going to guess this guy, though. The red hair.
Ed Sheeran?
Ed Sheeran.
Yeah,
yes.
you got it.
Is it Ed Sheeran?
Really?
No, I have no idea,
Damn.
but that sounds like it.
That
would be
sounds
it.
like the
Yeah.
right tour.
Yeah.
Because at that time, he wouldn't have been as big, so Taylor Swift could have been their headliner, and he could have been the opening act.
See,
Yo, Mad Tour would be Adele, like headlining, Taylor Swift, and Ed Sheeran opening up. That would be dope.
see that's out of my expertise there.
Nah, yeah, I have. No idea.
I'm out.
I'm out this too.
I did not expect you to say Adele at all.
Yo, Adele is dope. Like if you think about it, no, you know
She's
who
alright.
was truly dope though? Like
Outcast.
circa
Amy
like
Winehouse?
2000, maybe like 14, 2013. Lady Gaga, like she could sell out an arena like this.
That's true.
Outkast
I feel like that was even earlier, though.
was it like
She
2012?
came out like in 2008, I think.
oh maybe I don't know.
Her first album
Yeah.
was like 2008.
Yeah, I would say earlier.
Like the Monsters one.
That was probably like 10, maybe?
She's dope though. She could sell out for sure.
Yeah,
She could
I'd
sell
give her
out
that.
arenas.
All right, I guess if you're running a music fest, right? Who would be your 3 headliners? Friday, Saturday, Sunday,
Ooh.
and then name like 1 or 2 after that.
So
Can I
I'd
still
probably
pick
go.
Childish Gambino, or is that
you
is
can
that
pick
done?
anybody, yeah. Well, you better hurry up because he's gonna stop touring soon.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm asking.
Well-
When's the show?
Well, he's gonna be in Lala next month, so no, you got time.
I would definitely use that as a headliner.
Yeah,
Just-
Childish.
That's just a broad artist that everyone
right.
likes.
It's not just rap and it's not just like singing.
Yeah.
But are these 3 headliners like for you or for everyone else?
Nah, for you, it could be biased as fuck.
I would still keep him.
Well, all right.
Didn't really change much there.
Can you use like people that are deceased? Because that
Only
would probably
if-
give you Mac.
Oh yeah, I would bring it back
Oh,
Miller.
that's true, yeah. Yo, that would be crazy.
We'll
That
just
would be
do
kinda dope.
like a
Hologram.
hologram like Tupac.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Which-
actually sorry. That was a thought that I had. Isn't it crazy that like even after your death, they could still profit off of you? Like that's wild. Obviously, you know you have your music and you have what you recorded, but just the fact that Tupac was on stage with Snoop Dogg at Coachella
Yeah.
rapping, like they made money off
They
of
sold
that.
tickets off of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact too that they had
Well, was
What's-
that even announced though? Like, or was that just a thing that they sprung on people?
no that was
They
actually
advertised
announced,
that?
yeah.
Okay.
And that
Damn,
was
so-
like quite some time ago.
That's kind of creepy. Like, yo, I'm gonna go see Tupac. Like,
Yeah.
I'm paying money to see someone that I know is not living.
But-
Right.
And,
That's kinda weird.
And just the fact too, like dude can't even rest. Like,
Because everyone keeps
Yeah.
talking about him.
Yeah.
but then too
Well, you know he's not dead, right?
in
He's
Africa.
making music
Yeah.
in.
Oh.
Oh, he's in Africa
He's
now. I
he's
thought it was
never-
Cuba.
I thought he was in Cuba. I guess he just.
Shit, he moved to Africa.
And I think what's the big festival that they have in New York?
Governor's Ball.
I think it might have been the Governor's- In the Governor's
Summer
Ball,
Riot.
No. Governor's Ball. Yeah.
they had
Yo, fuck Governor's Ball.
they had Wu-Tang and they had ODB hologram.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. See that? Well, I guess it's the same shit, but now. Yeah. No,
You
I would
say that
definitely
is
go pay
different.
to see fucking
Like-
ODB, bro. Like.
And I get it too, but what they've usually been using his son to fill in for him.
Yeah. Like I know when they did was it Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy
Yeah.
Fallon? They used his son.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, fuck Governor's Ball, man. I had a bad time there.
For real? Why?
So I went to go see Kanye, and it rained out, and it was like horrible, and
Yeah.
there was riots in the street. However, I did run into ASAP Rocky.
How's that?
It was pretty dope. He was really nice. It's like, yo,
He's
what
a
up?
great
Yeah.
Yeah. Well mannered.
He was cool. Yeah, like I was walking, and then like 4 or 5 dudes hopped out of a like Mercedes, and then tall ass dude.
They
And
ran
then
up
I
on
looked,
you?
and I was like, oh shit, it's ASAP. I was like, what's up, bro? Like it was cool.
Just a casual encounter.
Yeah, it was cool.
It
Have
was-
you ever met like a rapper? Because I know you said you met a lot of athletes.
Yeah, I met a rapper. That's a very good question. Damn. Can you give me a second? I
It was
gotta think about it.
Last week, the episode. You can think while I'm saying this. The last episode that we had, your boy Richie Real.
Yeah.
Where he was talking about how he was walking with his boy and not Tupac, wow, the
Rose from the
hologram,
dead.
hologram was just walking down the street.
Right.
No, Twister was walking down the street, and he's
Oh,
like, "Oh
that's
yeah,
right.
yeah, he does that," and his boy's just freaking out. I was like, "Bro, like, do you not see him? Like,
Bro, is that Twister?
are we looking at the same person?" And he was
Yeah.
just like super calm. I was like, "Yeah, you just see him randomly around the city."
That's so cool. Like, okay, so like if you think about it, like that's because he's in Chicago, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But if you go to like I don't know,
I guess if you see him like walking down the street in L.A., it's like, "Oh shit!" He's
you know. Oh, I guess that was the equivalent of me seeing ASAP in New York.
Yeah. Actually, I don't think I have.
No.
Like, no, not a famous artist or anything like that.
Huh.
No, none.
You gotta start working at the Nike again.
I know.
No, I'm cool. That's done.
Right.
Yeah, it's done.
All right. So I guess we can wrap it up here, guys. It's been real, man. Thank you for stopping by, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone enjoyed these,
Hopefully.
I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say, but
multicultural.
multicultural. Is that the right?
No, I have no idea what you're trying to say.
I don't know where I'm going with this, but yo, thank you for stopping by, man.
No, for sure.
Hopefully we have you on again, and this has been Tretowithoutaradio, where we talk about football, soccer, rap.
And,
Renee,
football.
Renee, you gotta study some hip hop, man.
You
Like,
gotta give me some flashcards or
you
something.
gotta,
Make
bro,
me a
you want
PowerPoint.
to?
I got you.
Just like make
Definitely
me,
got you.
I got
make
you.
me an Excel sheet or like a Word document
I
or
got you,
something.
bro. Yeah.
I'll study it every night
And then we'll put a like glossary in the back, like, yeah,
with little footnotes and stuff.
right, yeah,
That's hilarious.
It's perfect.
that's perfect.
And then we'll have a test on the 5th.
Ooh.
Not this month. Next month.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because I got the 4th, and I'm gonna be pretty lit. No. Yeah, that's probably not gonna happen, bro. Nah.
I mean, if it's open book, I could do it on the 5th.
Nah. If it's open book, you can't take it home, and then you're gonna cheat.
No, it's fine. Open book. I'll do it in front of you. Shit.
Yeah, that's what I was going to. Thank you guys for rocking with Trader Without a Radio. It's been another one. Tune in next week where we find out if Renee studied his flashcards or not. This has been your host with the most, Trader. You already know.
Oh man, that was
Renee
funny.
from the other day. Fabian, thank you again. And yeah, see you guys.
All right.